Hey everybody, let me see what's going on. I'm still getting a hang of this damn thing. Gotta wait for 1 minute to pass. See the highlights on this. I'll get into the video after that. Hopefully more people jump on. I know it's early, well on West Coast, but it's like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock over there. Midwest 3, I think it's like 4 o'clock on the East Coast. But it's Saturday, so you know people out. People got shit to do. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, 22 people. What's going on, guys? Mic video. And what's the deal? What's going on, Vincent? See if we can get some more people in here. I know it's Saturday. People got shit to do. DVD on Tartaria. Okay, yeah. Definitely do a video on that. Edward, what's going on? Jacob, what's the deal? Appreciate y'all for showing up. See if we can get some more people in here before I get on this thing. Jared, what's the deal? Denzel, yeah, I know. Like, that's I'm shadow banned everywhere. Like, it's crazy. They definitely don't want me to put out anything. Yeah, Vincent, don't worry about the MPA. We still working on the site. Like, anybody that's probably having issues is probably because of what we doing with the update. But if we send an email, don't worry about it. Like, once we done the update and everything like that, if you don't got a blue check, you'll definitely have a blue check. Brian, what's the deal? Yeah, some people get the notifications. Most people don't. You know, and then like I have other accounts. I see like the emails is like you know, or the notifications, or you'll see the video like 2 days later. Like some people hit me up like, oh, you put this video like 2 days ago. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple days, man. It's a lot going on. Besides the heat over here, super hot. D Griff, what's going on? JR, what's the deal? John, yeah, Amazon. I mean, a lot of people are scared. I mean, it's definitely a red flag when CEO, the owner, sells a shitload of stock like he did. But it seems like he's supposed to be making a large purchase, but it would seem more like a personal purchase if you're taking out. He sold so much stock. But yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't walk away from Amazon at all, because I mean, Amazon is still Amazon. There is nobody that's doing what Amazon is doing on the level that it's doing. It's at. But at the same time, like even to come in and try to take that space would be tough, because Amazon is already in there. They're locked in. Like they're locked in. I mean, they got the trucks everywhere. Like Amazon should have like police sirens on the truck, because I feel like they're more important than anything else on the road. When you see an Amazon truck, it's like, yo, let him through, because he might be going to my house. So everybody waiting for packages every day. Amazon ain't going nowhere. So you can definitely invest in Amazon. If anything, I think they're about to make a real large acquisition, and he's probably taking out that cash. He probably wants that cash so he can have the majority of the stake. It's just anything that he does, Bezos does, it's going to be reported. So it could be various reasons why he sold off so much stock, shares, because yeah, I think they're about to buy something huge, and he probably wants to be the majority holder of that, whatever he's trying to acquire. But I definitely keep buying Amazon stock. It ain't going nowhere. I'm just waiting for more people to get in here before I get on this. Yeah, amped up. Yeah, it's like 30 here in Vegas as well. They building a lot. It's a bunch in California. They're not going nowhere. Derek, yeah, I'm into that same research on Atlantis. You basically exactly on point with that. Jeremy, what's the deal? Just wait for more people before I begin, before I get into this. But I appreciate you guys. I know it's people got stuff to do on Saturday. It's summertime, you know, it's not too many people that's in the house. Some people at work. I appreciate you guys jumping on here. Jeremy, I appreciate it. Black Fox. Yeah, I talked about the Emerald Tablets on my last live. Like, we have what's not official, some Emerald Tablets. But the Emerald Tablets that they're talking about, as far as like, you know, uh, uh, Stitching and freaking all these other guys that's on this whole Anunnaki stuff, we don't have those tablets. They'll never show you any tablets or pictures of the tablets that they're talking about. And the tablets we do have that is, you know, still being decided on as being real or not, nobody can read them. You know, it's like 5 people on the planet who can read like 3 words on it, who can put together like 3 words, but nobody can read them. So to give you a whole story about the Anunnaki and all this stuff that's supposedly from these tablets is bullshit. It's a made-up story, as I talked about, created by Zachariah Stitchin, and everybody's just jumping on it because they know it's really popular right now, and everybody's on the Anunnaki thing. So all you got to do is listen to what they're talking about as far as Anunnaki, and you can make your own decision on that. It's basically bullshit. All right, 50. So it's 50 people, 53 is good. So this will go back up. People will be able to see it later on. So wanted to get in this video. There was supposed to be a live stream, a live lecture tonight. I had to move it until Tuesday. Reason being is because some personal issues came up, and I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. But there will be a live later on tonight on YouTube. So still at 7:30, there'll be a live. It just won't be from MGM. Tuesday, that'll be from MGM. So Tuesday will be that live lecture on Blackamoors and a bunch of other stuff. Still going to have Ace Cloud there for questions and everything like that. So that'll happen on Tuesday because I can't get it tonight. So Tuesday it'll take place. So everybody who already got your spots, you're still good to go. I'm trying to get a better venue as far as for the live stream, because I don't want to go through certain channels to do it. I wanted to do it on Merkabah Academy, but it's still a bunch of people who can't, and it still might be done on Merkabah Academy if we can get it set up. But it's still a bunch of people who still can't log in, and we still can't figure out what the issue is, that a lot of people can't log in. A lot of people are getting redirected to WordPress. So it's a bunch of bullshit that's going on, and I'm trying to straighten all this out. And it's just, I thought I'd have it done in time, but Tuesday for sure, it'll be the live lecture. And it's still up. You know, you guys can still grab the spots for that. But Tuesday it'll go down. Tonight there'll still be a lecture at 7:30. Not a lecture, but I'll do a live. We'll basically be like a mini lecture, just getting into what some of the stuff we're going to talk about. It's a lot of shit that happened with the Blackamoors that I don't think people realize. I'm probably going to be the first person to put out this information. I haven't seen anybody else talk about this. So it's definitely going to be almost some new information on the Blackamoors. And I got into a lot of that stuff before when I was talking about the Knights Templar and what happened to the real actual Moors, and how Islam came about. So you guys got to understand, like live streaming, even a couple of the lives that I did on YouTube, I think the last one, that got flagged. So YouTube didn't like me, I guess, talking about the politics. So they flagged that, and they took it down for a little bit, as you guys saw, and I had to appeal it, and they got put back up. So even with lives on YouTube, they're still censoring your shit. So basically, once we do the live and then it goes to post, if they don't like it, then they take it down, or they flag it, or they demonetize it, or something like that. So that's basically what happened with the last live. So it went down, and I got it put back up, because at the end of the day, what am I talking about? We're talking about politics. Like, what's the problem? I'm not showing any pictures or videos in the live. That tells you how powerful it is that you're getting people to see you on live. That's why you guys are not getting notifications, because they know the type of shit that I talk about, and us talking about something, I guess, controversial. That's their whole spiel. The whole reason was it's controversial issue. Everybody on the planet is talking about what happened with Trump and the whole assassination. It's all over the news. So me coming on here and being critical about it, what's wrong with that? Why would they take the video down? So you guys, it's just little shit like that makes it, you know, it's tough to do lives and do certain shit, because they have control over it, which was the whole reason for me making Merkabah Academy. But that's the problem when you got to rely on, you know, Podia. So, excuse me, real quick. I know you guys have issues with Podia. It's another thing. So with Podia, Never Pay Again members, if you guys got the videos, the 4 videos, it's supposed to be 4 videos in that download, right? Some of you guys got 5 videos, and some of you guys didn't even get the 4 videos you were supposed to get. The videos you were supposed to get was supposed to be Frequency and Vibration 3, the Guide of 2025, Stock Market Final, and Saturn Satan Final. So some people are not even getting those videos. They're getting an extra video, or they're getting Saturn Satan 3. So that was a glitch with, I talked about this on the video I just uploaded. I just took that video down, but I talked about that. But that was the issue with Podia. Podia is fixing that. That's on them. So as I said, it's always an issue. It's always something with when you're using other plugins and people's shit to put out your stuff, which is why I'm trying to do my own thing. And that takes a lot of money, and I don't have that money at the moment. So as I said before, IRS froze my account. They're going to release it soon. I don't know when, but until then, I'm doing what I got to do. So this is why, you know, I'm putting the videos out, and I appreciate everybody's support on that. The whole reason for the live and everything like that, it costs me money, and I wanted to be able to put it up on Merkabah Academy for Never Pay Again members, but I can't do that because everybody can't log in, 1. And 2, the platform that we use, if you guys don't know about WordPress or about live streaming, you got to still use somebody else's platform for that. And then those platforms have tiers. So some of them only allow you to live stream 200 people, some 1,000 people, and we have over 1,000 Never Pay Again members. So everybody wouldn't be able to even be on it. So this is why it's up for sale, which of course you guys will have access to the video, everybody who bought it, you know, once it's done. So that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about. It's been a lot of little teeny issues that's going on with the plugins and with my site that I'm looking into, because I don't know if they fucking with me or not. That's another thing with this thing. It's crazy. Like, there's no reason for the site to be working perfectly for a long time. People was logging in, then all of a sudden the site crashed, right? We was doing an update, the site crashed, we got it straightened back out. I didn't want to lose everything, so I had to keep the site afloat. So we're doing our own repairs on it, but plugins was the problem. Buddy Boss plugin, a LearnDash plugin was the issue. And that's basically what we're using to do the courses, and basically the platform that you guys see with the timeline and everything like that, plus our own coding that's in there, our own CSS. So it's just issues. So it's like a workaround, and they're trying to fix it on their end. They're saying, you know, they're not the issue, it's a plugin issue, and then they're not communicating with the companies, with the plugin. So yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. So we basically trying to straighten all this out on our own, and it's just time consuming. You know, that's basically, you know, what's going on. So yeah, IRS is definitely been a problem for me for a while, and because, you know, I didn't want to come on here. I don't want to put too much personal information out there, but I'm dealing with a lot of shit. Like, it's people who don't, like, you guys don't even understand. Like, it's just a lot of shit I'm dealing with, as far as these people fucking with my money, and you know, my company, and everything I've been trying to do is a roadblock. It's a roadblock. So I had my computers taken. I talked about that. I sent some of you guys the photos. I'm not gonna get into that too much, because I don't want to talk about it too much on here, because I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, my computer, you guys seen that Mac I used to always have, that's gone. They took that. So and they took a bunch of stuff. So I have that issue going on, I have other issues going on. So, you know, it's been real crazy, you know, the last few weeks, you know, months really, leading up to now, which, you know, I'm just able now to get back on here and post videos and do lives, whatever like that. But yeah, it's just a lot going on, and it's just some personal stuff I got to take care of today that just came out of the blue. And I hope you guys understand that it's just, you know, it's no way. Well, one, the spot that I wanted to use at MGM, I couldn't get it. We had it booked, but for me to get the time that I needed, it cost too much money. It wasn't worth it. So Tuesday is the best spot. There's only about, I think only like 14 people who signed up for the spots anyway. That's it, because people are not getting the link, and then people had issues with the link. So again, we got to straighten all this shit out. So it just didn't go as smooth as I planned it to go leading up to tonight. So again, the live is still happening tonight. There'll still be a live tonight at 7:30. We'll get into a little mini lecture, and some other stuff will be questions and everything like that. It's just a lot of stuff that's in this lecture that's going to be on Tuesday that I gotta get into this deep shit. It's a lot, man. It's a lot that happened during that time. It's a lot that's coming up, but it's going to answer a lot of questions as far as you know, what's going on with the royal family now, and why things happened the way it happened. So I really want to get into this. It's just going to fit. It's going to make a lot of sense. And yeah, it's some deep shit. So I'm saving it for the live because it's good, and I don't want to put it on YouTube. Now, they took my iMac, the desktop. I had it in many videos. Yeah, legally, I mean, the IRS, when you're dealing with business, especially, I have overseas account. Without saying too much, yeah, I mean, they basically can take your shit. I mean, they have legal merit to do certain things for certain reasons. I haven't done anything illegal at all, so it just is what it is. It's just because of my account, and because of something that happened. I talked about this with the PPP, and them saying I didn't acknowledge an overseas account, which I did. I had proof of it. I sent in all the proof. But basically, I did everything I was supposed to do. Legally, on my side, I'm clean. It's just they're fucking dragging their feet with the end of this shit. I guess looking for something else, which they won't find, and they're going to take as long as they want to take to release everything. That's basically what's going on. I know these people. Like I'm not stupid. I understand how they work. You can't do if you're in this kind of light with them, you can't do shit wrong. You can't. So, and then you got to kind of plan ahead with everything, because you don't want them. You don't want to fall into a loophole. You want to fall into any traps or whatever, and then they get you on that. You want to make sure you're covered. So I make sure I'm covered legally on everything. So if anything comes back, I'm cool. That's why I'm going through the situation with the books, because again, I would have fell into that trap just putting it out, and then they would have had me. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go live at 7:30. So if you guys don't get the notification, you'll know 7:30 I'm gonna go live tonight. Yeah, it's stressful, man. It's stressful. So I know it's a lot of never pay again members. A lot of people are upset about the live, having to pay or what have you. If I could put it out for free, I would. I can do it on YouTube, but again, with the censorship that just happened, you guys seen it. If you've seen the video, it was taken down. They took down the last video. Then remember, I did 2 parts because it cut off the last live stream from the car. I was able to upload the second half, but the first one, they wouldn't even let me download it. I couldn't even download my own video. So, and then they flagged it, and then they took it down, and then I had to do an appeal to get it put back up, because I guess they figured I would leave it alone. But yeah, that's the issue. I don't want to put the live out, and then once it's done and they process it, they can hold the video. It's technically YouTube's property to do it on YouTube. They can hold the video, and then that's it. It's done, and I can't repost it, or I can't put it back out. So I don't want to deal with that. I don't even want to mess with that unless I get an okay from YouTube, or which I won't get that in time. So we'll see. I have a couple of different platforms we're going to use. I have options to use, so I'm going to work with those. I'm testing them out now to make sure everything's cool. The WP streams that comes with WordPress is not working. It's just not a good platform. WP streams. I tried that one, and for some reason it's a long delay. Like I can record, but then when I look for the playback live, it's not live. Then I'll get it, the recording like 7 minutes later that I did a live, and it's like, what the hell? So yeah, but I got a couple of them that work, and I'm going to use those. Yeah, Mark. Send me an email at therealmerkabah@gmail.com. I'll send you a link that'll work. And it's a lot of people that's been trying to get NPA and trying to get shit. It's always fucking issues with links. Something like, I think, like when I post a link on YouTube, like some of those things, like a lot of people tell me they get like spyware or virus protection, says the link is corrupted, so they don't mess with it. It's always something. It's always something. And that's the issue. So when I sent all MPA members emails, MPA members, you guys got the email Thursday, I believe. I sent it on Thursday or Friday for the lecture, for the live stream. And a lot of people just didn't get it. So when I posted the video yesterday, I got emails from people who are already emailed saying that they didn't get the email. And I got the proof that I sent the email. So that's some weird shit. This is what I'll be talking about. So yeah, like it's a lot. So I got to make sure that this is everything is going to go through smoothly. So I'm gonna do a test run and make sure everything works right. I'm gonna try to do a test run on the software tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll live stream that, so we can see if it works. So you guys can see the live on YouTube, but then I'll go live from Merkabah Academy or from the platform, and then we'll see if people can get on. So it'll be like a test that we'll do, and we'll see if it works. But I'm gonna be working on it to try to get it straightened out today. Before it gets to that point, but I have other personal stuff I got to take care of first. And yeah, like I know, like it's frustrating. Share next. No, this year is fine, man. It's not. It won't be a total collapse this year. This year is going to, like, the biggest thing that's going to happen this year is going to be the election, of course, and all the Saturn activity. And they're going to put laws and shit in place behind our backs like they've been doing. But I will be worried because, like I said, Trump got away easily. It was only a couple people, and make no mistake, if you guys paying attention, they're calling for an investigation into this assassination attempt. And they are. I don't know if you guys seen it. I think a couple news outlets reported on it, but they're calling for an investigation because it's like, come on. Like, come on. If it's an investigation needs to be done because there was clearly negligence on the Secret Service part. I don't want to get too much into that because I don't want the video to be not posted later. But yeah, we'll talk about it on a lecture. But yeah, and I'll because I'll be able to do pictures and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about on a couple things. But yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So I need you guys to support. To go grab the lives. The link is in the description. It should be in the description of my last video. For you guys got emails too, not the last one I posted, but the one before that. You guys should see it. Let me see, because sometimes this thing lets you comment and sometimes it don't. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Let me do this. Yeah, I probably could do it from my other phone. So yeah, it's a lot going on with that. Let me see. Real quick. I appreciate you guys showing up too, man. I know it's early. Phone call from the United States. That's weird. So that's probably spam. Let's see. All right. Let's see. 1 second. All right, yeah, I see my live is up now. Got 100 people watching. Okay, cool. So I wanted to look on my other phone to see if I'm even up because okay, yeah, now I can see it. Peace. All right, yeah, I see my live is up now. It's a delay on my phone. 100 people watching. Okay, cool. So I wanted to look on my other phone to see if I'm even up. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, now I can see it. Yo, the delay is real. So listen. Understand me? I guess they do that because they want to censor what you're saying. So understand this. When you guys, I'm talking right now, it's supposed to be live, but I'm on delay. So I don't know when you guys are getting what I'm saying. So listen, understand me? I guess they do that because they want to censor what you're saying. Let me see if my post even up there. Understand this. When you guys, I'm talking right now, it's supposed to be live, but I'm on delay. So I don't know when you guys are getting what I'm saying. Yo, that's crazy. Subscription. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, this is shit I be talking about. So like the delay is on there. I posted the link in the chat. Okay, now I see it on mine. On this phone. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, this is shit I be talking about. So like the delay is on there. I posted the link in the chat. Okay, now I see it on mine. All right, so let me see. I can see the link on my phone. I can't see it on the actual live phone. Yeah, this shit is all bonkers, yo. How they be fucking this, but this is what I be talking about. Like, I understand they got to put a delay in because they want to, cut if anything crazy happens, which means somebody's probably monitoring your shit, or the algorithm is looking for certain pictures or images. But it's crazy how it's not actually live; it's way off. So understand what you're hearing now, right now, what you think is live, I said about 7 seconds ago, probably 10 seconds ago. So it's a delay. See? I said about 7 seconds ago, probably 10 seconds ago. So that's crazy. See? I said about 7 seconds ago, probably 10 seconds ago. So yo, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know if you guys see the link for the live on Tuesday, but it's in, I posted it. Let me see. Caption. Let me see. I don't see it on here though. Hey, let me know if you guys see the link that I just posted for the live. It should say Merkabah Academy. Hey, let me know if you guys see the link that I just posted for the live. It should be right here in the comments. Yeah, I don't see it, but I see it on my phone. I don't see it here. So yeah, like I said, it's one of the reasons why I got to do the shit. I gotta make sure everything's gonna work correctly before I actually go on, because a shit like this. Yeah, I don't see it, but I see it on my phone. I don't see it here. So yeah, like I said, it's one of the reasons why I post it again. Make sure everything's gonna work correctly before I actually go on, because a shit like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's not in the chat yet, but it's in the chats. Let me show you. It's in the chats on my phone, if you guys can see it. See the Ankh right there? Let me see. Yeah. See the Ankh? Let me go to Ankh. Look at that Ankh. It's in Merkabah Academy. Let me show you. It's in the chats on my phone, if you guys can see. See how it's delayed? That's crazy. See the Ankh right there? Let me see. Yeah. See the Ankh? Hold on 1 second. That should be still on. That's why I make sure this is on there. All right, so on my other, on this phone, I'm gonna switch accounts. See what happens when I do that. Yeah, that's crazy. Let me see. But this is what I was saying this before, like why, you know, when there's some issues, some time sensitive. Let me do this. All right. I'm just testing this out on my other phone. Let me see something. All right, yeah, that's crazy. They won't even let me log in. Probably because I'm online. They won't let me log in and do anything. I'm just testing this out on my other phone. Let me see. Yeah, so this is like, as I said, this is one of the reasons why I can't do it on here, because this is just crazy. Yeah, a lot of people don't see the link. Let me see. Yeah, so the videos, if you guys don't see a video no more, those videos they took down. So a while back, I talked about this before. YouTube took probably I think it was like 11 videos they took down from my channel. So the Mike Brown video, I mean, it's a bunch of videos they took that I can't even remember. I got like over 1,000 videos on YouTube. They took a lot of videos there. And I appealed for a bunch of videos, so a lot of them got put back up. Put back up. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but excuse me, a lot of the videos got taken down. Yeah, Edward, that's what I'm working on now. I'm working on doing a live from Merkabah Academy, because how I wanted it to go was for Never Pay Again members to be able to see the live for free. You know, that's part of Never Pay Again. And then once you guys have to pay for it. And the problem is everybody can't log in. It's still issues. Our updates is not that extensive. So like I'm changing like fonts and colors, putting all these quizzes, a bunch of quizzes that I put up there, and that platform's changed a little bit. It's a lot of the updates that we're doing is minor. It shouldn't be messing with login. So that's on WordPress side, and then WordPress is calling the platform I'm using, saying it's their issue. They gave me an update. The update worked for a lot of people, but not everybody. So I'm trying to get that straightened out, so we could just do it on Merkabah Academy. But it's an issue with that, and I don't want people to pay for it and then they can't get on, and then that's a problem. So this is why I'm using. I have a couple other platforms to use, and I'm gonna try out. And I wanted to use YouTube. That's why we're having this test right now to see how the platform will even work, if people can even get everything on there. But a lot of people not even getting emails. So I got to figure this thing out real quick. But let me see. It says Merkabah. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm on. Like I have another YouTube channel. So if you guys follow the other YouTube channel, that's what it's letting me go on. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm actually recording the Bitcoin conference. Trump talking about Bitcoin, which that's important to pay attention to. We're going to get into that. So yeah, a lot of people brought it to my attention about the Bitcoin conference that's going on with Trump. Definitely something to look into. We're going to get into all that. But I already know what he's going to do. He's basically has to go in. He's either going to change Biden's executive order, which I expect him to do that. He's going to change it or put a different executive order in that's going to completely change a lot of shit. So I know that's going to be something that's going to happen. I know a lot of you guys got to go to work. I appreciate you guys popping up on here. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yes. Shoot an email to the realmerkabah@gmail.com. Don't even worry about it. Get taken care of. Alvin, you see it. Okay, cool. You're like the only person I see that don't see it. Only person that do see it, I mean. Alvin, you see it. Okay, cool. How late that is. You're like the only person I see that don't see it. That's crazy. That do see it, I mean. Post it again. Alvin, you see it. Okay, cool. Now it's crazy. I just posted it. There's no way it shouldn't show up. It should have showed up by now. And I still don't see it in mine. I see all you guys' comments, but the one that I'm posting from Merkabah Academy, I still don't see it. There's no way it shouldn't show up. It should have showed up by now. And I still don't see it in mine. I see all you guys' comments, but the one. Let me see. Yeah, I can see it. Like, that's crazy. Let me see. Yeah, I can see it. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I can see it. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even sign out of this thing. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to sign into my other one. Let me see. All right, cool. All right. The delay is so crazy, yo. All right, let me see. See if this works. Yeah, it won't even let me log into my account. So, let me see. Yeah, I know. It's a delay, obviously in a live. Understand that part, but for them to not allow you to post uh, a comment, which all you guys are doing right now, all you guys are commenting. I see all the comments, but when I put a comment in from my account, it's not showing up from my other account. So I'm on the live. I'm on the live on my other account. I just posted it after Jeremy. Jeremy McGee, what's the deal? So I posted it after Jeremy. It should. Yeah, Jeremy just said everyone hit the like button. It should be right after that. Aaron, what's good? So I'm gonna post it after Aaron. Boom. Aaron was the last person that commented. You guys see the So I'm gonna post it after Aaron. See that? It's right under Aaron, but it's not showing up on my phone. Aaron was the last person that commented. So do you guys see this on your phone? So I'm gonna post it after Aaron. See that? It's right under Aaron. See the link? Anybody see it? Exactly. So this is what the shit I be talking about. Like it's like it's so many people that's not getting shit. They're not getting the live stream links. Nothing. Like nobody's seeing it. It's crazy. So it should have popped up. So this is what I'm talking about. Like they can show me. So on my phone, I see it. I can see. I just showed you guys. So they're showing me what I want to see. So me thinking is everybody seeing shit. They're not seeing shit. And this is how it goes. And this is why I said we need our own platform. We got to have our own shit because this is what they can do. Like I just showed you guys. I posted it. Why is it not up there? And that's the link for the live stream. So you can understand that on the video that I posted, the last one, you guys are not seeing the link. You're not seeing it. They're not putting it up there. So it's people who emailing me after I posted the video saying, hey, I just saw the video you posted for the new live. I don't see the link. And I'm like, what? I put the link in the description. It's not even in the description. So it's crazy. No, the Merkabah Academy account is fine. Like that's my other YouTube channel. So my other YouTube channel, like just like you guys have YouTube channels right now, you're on here commenting. But because I'm posting that link on there, they're not showing you guys. And then I can see it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be okay if I got a message that said you can't post this. You know what I'm saying? Then that makes more sense. But I don't say that. It's real deceptive because they making it like I posted it and I can see it on my phone. So I'm thinking, okay, it's all good. But they're not showing you guys. So this is what's going on. This is what's been going on. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. Let me see, Donald Trump live.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. Senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco.
You're freer and greater than ever before. Thank you all. Have a good time with your Bitcoin. And
Donald Trump just wrapping up.
your crypto and everything else that you're playing with. And we're going to make that one of the greatest industries on earth. Good luck and God bless you all. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
The former president there, Donald Trump, wrapping up in Nashville, speaking for about a little less than 15 minutes right there, as he is now going to travel from Nashville.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, but you can't post a link from your admin account if you if I'm on live. They're not allowing me to post it here either. Let me see. Let me see if I just do a regular comment. Let's see if that pops up. Yeah, but you can't post a link from your admin account if I'm on live. They're not allowing me to post it here either. Let me see. There it is. Let me see if I just do a regular. See, a regular post pops up, but a link. This is like, that's fucking crazy. You see, it says "Hello World." There it is. See, a regular post pops up, but a link. This is like, that's fucking crazy. You see, it says "Hello World," but it's they won't let me. I can't log into my account. That's the crazy part. I can't log into my YouTube while I'm on live. Like I said, I'm new to all this shit. I don't really know how the lives be working for real, but that's still weird to me. They should at least prompt you for permission for that. Jeremy, I appreciate it. I'm not even logged into that email, so that's crazy. You know what? Let me try it on the actual. All right, so let's try this. Okay, yeah, so I see my live. It's popping up there now. All right, good. This is me. Let me see if I can actually put comment on this thing. Settings. Still a little delay, but it's not as long as big as it was on the other one. Still a little delay, but it's not as long as big as it was on the other one. All right, let me see. Manage. Let me see. Take some more questions. Oh, that's weird. Channel activity. Yeah, I don't want to go live from here and there's like a bunch of issues with that shit. So. Yeah, so it's like I said, I'm new to live. I don't. Was my third, fourth live. I just started doing live, so I don't know how it worked. To me, that's still a weird feature to have on there that a person can't, because you can always, all you guys who comment on, you can always like erase comments. So it'll allow me to erase or delete comments or just ban people straight from the live immediately. That's fine. So if somebody did post a link that's not me, I can always delete it or what have you. So it should still give you that option for anybody to post whatever, because I could be asking you guys for a link to something that you're talking about, and I will want that link to be posted no matter what it is. So like I said, I'm not acting confused. I am confused because I don't understand how this shit work. Like, so I'm definitely not I'm old school. I don't be doing this shit. Remove. Yeah, just understand, you put some disrespectful bullshit on here, you'll be blocked. I ain't got time for that shit. Yeah, so even still, like I still find it weird, you can't post what you want to post on here. Even me trying to post from me going on here is weird. It won't let me do it. Like I'm finally on my on this now live, but it won't let me do anything. But it's all good. It's okay. We'll straighten that whole thing out. I'm not even going to spend too much more time on it. Excuse me for all that, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be on Tuesday now, so that's what this video is about. So a lot of guys, I did it Saturday night. It's a lot of people would hit me up like, "Why you doing it on Saturday night? On people's day off, they trying to go and party and shit like that," which I understand. But I wasn't able to. I got stuff I got to take care of. So Tuesday will be the live stream lecture. Will be on Tuesday, same venue from MGM. So it'll be on Tuesday. Like I said, it's going to be good. You guys want to see this. But if not, you can see it. If you guys got to work or what have you, you guys will see it once it's done. It'll post. Once it's done, you guys will be able to grab it. So it's going to be definitely worth it. The mind, I appreciate it. Oh, that's a good question, Derek. Oh yeah, so electricity and negative ions. Oh man, we're gonna get in negative ions, man. Negative ions is so real, so serious. What's going on? They've been finding so much shit around the world. It's a good thing we got like live stream now. We got this whole internet shit, because it's a lot of independent researchers that's going out there and doing their research, and they posting it. They posting a lot of shit. You guys probably seen, somebody just sent me the video too. They drilled deep down into one of the ocean beds and found like black oxygen, which is crazy. And they also found like these metal balls down there as well. And it's supposed to be something pertaining to Antarctica and what's going on over there. So without saying too much, getting into too much, that's definitely getting into the whole issue with, well, I don't like to say flat earth, but flat earthers was right. Somebody else said this with the whole flat earth theory about these metal balls and what they're used for, as far as like an equilibrium that goes with the earth magnetic sphere, what have you. So we're going to get into that, because that's deep. And what those metal balls is for, if you guys seen them, it's a bunch of these metal balls down there, and we're talking about super deep underground, underwater. And yeah, what the hell is that about? What is that being used for? Or what was that the whole purpose and point of that? But they're talking about technology that existed, during the time of the pre-dynastic Egyptians, and that they had this technology, which we already know. I talk about this a lot. It definitely was some technology out there. A lot of that stuff was supposedly dumped or like underwater, like so in deep areas where we can't go. So that's their whole theory on the whole thing. That they took a lot of this technology and stuff that they had and they dropped it in the deepest depths of the ocean, and then now, time has caught up and we're able to go down to a lot of these places now, and they're finding stuff. And some of the researchers are putting the stuff out there that they're finding, which is cool. And then, it's just stories on some of the other stuff that they're not showing us actual video. So the ones we get in actual video is actually dope. I don't know about no elixir the ancient Egyptians supposedly had. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate the input on that with the live. Like I said, I'm new to the live stream, and I don't really, you guys know this like my fourth one ever, so I don't know the rules. Like what I think how something should go don't be exactly how it goes. Like I think you should be able to do whatever you want on here, post what you need to post when you're going live. So the fact that they mess with that is crazy to me. No, I don't think anybody else can post a link. They didn't let my other site post this. I don't think anybody can post a link on a live. So I guess that's something that they put in place. I don't know if when you go into settings you can allow people to post links. So I don't know. So I gotta look into that whole thing. We'll see. Let me see. Geraldine, what's the deal? I appreciate it. Lorenzo, what's going on? Oh shit, let me see. Yeah, back to what I was saying with the negative ions. So I talked about this like a couple of videos getting into negative ions and then how the pyramids, we believe the pyramids produced them. And, as I said, the whole benefits of negative ions would be that we wouldn't age. Like there wouldn't be the issues that's causing ages and the viruses that cause our body to break down, the bacteria, what have you, wouldn't survive in a negative ionosphere. So you would probably have the same benefits like if you lived in like the forest around trees, the negative ions they put out. So if you basically lived off the land and lived just around a bunch of trees, you would age slower. Like you would age a lot slower than what you do now because of those negative ions. We know trees emit their own negative ions, which is why trees can live for thousands of years. But it has to be like certain trees, I would think. You have to be like in a certain place. And I talked about this in a video before. If not, I'm definitely gonna talk about it more because I need to. Remember, man, they went down and chopped down a lot of trees. And we look at it and we say, oh, well, yeah, we use trees to make paper and all this other stuff. And we're at a point now where we have so much synthetic shit, we don't got to cut down trees no more. And that's been for a long time now. But a lot of these trees they've been taken down for a long time is for that reason. The people who cut them down didn't know. But, the powers that be understood that these trees emit negative ions or certain negative ions that's real beneficial to man. So they cut a lot of these trees down in a lot of areas. So if you guys remember, the whole Central Park thing, remember where Central Park is now was a thriving black community, a bunch of black people there living. And supposedly in that area, they had these trees that emitted negative ions and the people was aging slow. It was also another village that they found, I think it was in Asia somewhere, in China or Japan somewhere, where the people were aging really slowly because of these trees. So that is definitely something we got to look at with negative ions. But I mean, as far as God being like energy and negative ions, it's a good point to look at it. God would be more, if you want to say God, you know, I don't get into the whole God thing, but if you want to say God, what created us, as I always say, is physical, just like we are, inside of a body, something physical. But consciousness would be the most powerful thing that we know of, plain and simple. It's consciousness. Like, if you want to say God, it's that consciousness. Consciousness is tops. It's nothing past that that we can even perceive. It's consciousness. You're in your consciousness right now when you're talking, and then that voice that's in the back of your mind is just subconscious. And you can kind of control it sometimes, but then it takes over when it needs to take over. And there's a lot of stuff that's giving you those implications when you get into that whole thing. But negative ions is a big deal. Let me see. D Griff, yeah, 92. That's good. I don't want to live that long though. That's too long. Eric, what's the deal? Andrew, what's up? Trying to develop this truth. Yeah, I put out a lot of information on the Olmec. You know, the Olmec is kind of like the Mayans a little bit, where we don't know exactly who they are. We got those giant stone heads, we know, and the Mayan as well is kind of like, they kind of mixed in. We know the Mayans disappeared, then the Olmecs kind of sort of disappeared, but we've been finding bodies for a long time. We're finding black bodies. Let's make no mistake on that. It's been black bodies. So this is the problem with these fields. Remember, they got all this shit locked up. So even when they go discover some new bodies or new archaeological studies and digs, they control that shit. It's not like, you know, when they find something, they show it to the public immediately, and then we deduce, an investigation or come to some type of conclusion. We can't do that. A lot of these digs that they find is government control, and then they control the narrative. So even if they was to find a big ass fucking ship underground or a bunch of fucking alien bodies, we ain't gonna know about it because they control that shit. They don't have to put it in the media. They don't have to put it in the press. They can do gags on everybody who know anything about it, or just wipe them out. So we don't know. So that makes you be real critical about what they do show. And since they know that a lot of people already think this stuff, they feed you guys. They feeding people a bunch of misleading bullshit that make you think something. So you got to think about it. We know they're controlling the real information. So what they release, you got to look much deeper into, because it's released, it's public, and they're allowing us to look at it. But then again, even if they showed you a real alien spacecraft this day and age, motherfuckers ain't gonna believe it. They're gonna think, oh, this some bullshit, CGI, what have you. This is the times we living in. So that's just the conundrum, that we gotta do research, and that's what I do. So it's like when we do see this stuff, we gotta really dig deep into it to find out if it's even real. Like, if the shit is real. Like, that's why videos is important. AI is fucking the game up with photos right now, so we got to be real careful with that. Research is important, man, and research into all this stuff is really important. We got to look into a lot of the stuff that they're putting out. Troy, I just got out the shower. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's always years later, because a lot of the times when I look at this information, I'd be like, well, damn, they released this shit like how long ago? It was the longest time ago. Somebody posted a video, and I seen this a while ago. You guys probably seen it by now. But it's a video of a mummy that they found here in America. I forget what state that was. But this newspaper posted the finding of this mummy. I think it was here in Las Vegas. Yeah, it was here in Vegas. They posted this in the 1940s in the paper, of a mummy that they found here in Las Vegas, right? And it's like, nothing comes from that. They posted it. It was in a newspaper because back then, we ain't had the internet. They can't really hide shit. It was actually, they had control of the press. The press was free then. So this is in the 1940s. They released this whole article, pictures and everything of the mummies. And it's like, damn, this was in the 40s they found this. We never even heard about it. Nobody's talking about it. And I kind of elaborate on this in the, I think it's Saturn Satan 4, the one I did from the Grand Canyon when I talked about the mummies and stuff they found at the Grand Canyon and all that. So we know they found Egyptian artifacts here. They found mummies here. And I talked about the whole, where they believe Alexander the Great body was found, which will be here in America, that it was here, along with some other artifacts. I mean, it's a lot of deep shit. You had people from the Smithsonian come out and talk about the giant bones and stuff that they hide in the bodies and stuff like that. People who work there, like, they seen some shit, and it's just like they're not reporting on it. The media and a lot of people can't talk about, the stuff that they're releasing. So again, we got to do our own research, and it's hard to do when they control the dig the whole time. They control the site. They control the information that's put out, the pictures and everything like that. They put out what they want us to read. So, we got to do as much research as possible to even look into it. So, and unless I see independent researchers, in the whole situation, I don't really fuck with it. Independent researchers are really important because a lot of them have the money and they got the technology to do real research, and they release independent findings. So when you guys do your research, look for those independent researchers, because they're not attached to major universities and they're not backed by, the powers that be or what have you. These are real researchers that do their own research for a lot of different reasons. And they put out real information, so stuff that you can prove. Queen Ashe. Yeah, D. Griffin, a lot of that AI artwork look real as hell. And I mean, you can kind of tell a little bit, some of it, because it's like a glare to it, when you see it. And some shit is just weird right now. And I seen a whole video where they had celebrities with their younger selves. That shit creeped me the hell out. And it just looks so weird. Like, a lot of this shit is crazy. Let me see. Yeah, YouTube be tripping, man, I swear. Let me see, community moderation. Our chat is on. All right, I have no message delay. Block words, let me see, community defaults. Nope. Anyway. Nope. Let's see. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, they have a lot of filters on here. Let me see. Chat filters, chat box. All right. Let me see now. Okay. I'm still messing with this thing. This shit bother me. All right, let me see if I can add this. Let's see. Yeah, because I want the live to work correctly. Like, once I go on here. All right, let me see. Mute it. Am I paused now? D Nice, what's the deal? Yeah, so Black Lives Matter. Yeah, a lot of people ask me about the Sonia Massey deal, and because not to, I'm not. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Lost connection for a second. DeMarcus, what's the deal? Appreciate it. So yeah, about what happened with her. So that's it seemed like it's always like some type of shooting around presidential election time, like some black person getting shot or something like that. It's always some type of controversy. But where hers was just crazy, and I mean, you guys gotta understand. I mean, shit like this happens a lot across America. It don't make mainstream media or mainstream news, and it's weird that it don't. It's a lot of situations where cops kill people in crazy situations, and you just don't see it put out there. It's basically what I was just saying about what they show us. We got to do research on, and them showing us that it's like, what's behind the whole thing? What is that about? And it's gripping a lot of attention, and it's getting into the whole thing that we're seeing with Obama, and even when Biden came in, when Trump first came in, it was all these shootings and cop shootings. Same type of deal. It's getting people to talk about some shit. But the thing is, what somebody pointed out was her saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and then her being killed. Which saying that Jesus' name don't have any fucking power, which we already fucking know. How you calling Jesus' name and somebody shoot you in the fucking head as, fucking a devil, a demon or what have you? That's fucking crazy. And the dude told her, he said, "I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face," because she had a pot of hot water. Like, are you serious? Now this guy, that cop, supposedly had already been kicked out of a couple of police departments before, and now they finally, they charge him with murder because it's nothing, because that what happened right there is not in the manuscript, not in their code book, and how you supposed to use deadly force. It goes against everything in the use of deadly force for him to shoot her in the head like that in her own house when she called them for help. So there's no way around it. They can't sneak around it. They can't say, he feared for his life. It's completely opposite. She had a pot of boiling water, which, I mean, come on, dude. Like, she wasn't nowhere near you. You can duck it. You can get out the way. She wasn't even threatening to throw it. And it was, their suggestion to turn it off. What is the danger of a pot of water boiling on the stove? What's going to happen? It's going to boil you out. Cop's going to be gone by the time it boils down to evaporation. So it's almost as if he wanted her to go over there so he can have a reason to kill her. And, they're going, excuse me, do an investigation into the whole thing, but it's weird. It's weird as shit. BT, what's the deal? For sure. Yeah, Marcus, Static Shock. Yeah, that was my show. I grew up, when I was growing up, I remember it used to come on. It's a black superhero that had these electrical powers. And it's so much wrapped up in that. I was actually just watching a few episodes, probably like a month and a half ago. Static Shock. It's so much esoteric shit wrapped up in it. Same thing with X-Men. If you guys watched the new X-Men, the release that came out, crazy. But you go back to the old episodes, and I think they made it to kind of keep people away from the older episodes. The older episodes of X-Men is basically a lot of shit we going through today is in there. Viruses, the whole nine is in a lot of those older X-Men cartoons. A lot of deep shit. Yeah, the live was choppy. The signal was low, so it should be better now. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, so and it is weird. A lot of black superheroes do have this electrical powers. What was that? Black Lightning or something like that. Um, excuse me. Storm, it had powers of nature. That's another nugget right there with her being nature, the black woman, nature. She controlled the elements with Storm. Just giving you nuggets with that shit. Stan Lee knew what he was doing. Stan Lee did a couple interviews and he came out. He talked about, remember, the original X-Men come from Egyptian gods. So I posted all that before. And that's where he got the whole idea from because he was intrigued by it. And we know that, Magneto and Professor X is based off of Malcolm X and Dr. King. So he's giving you so much. He gave us so much insight into, those powers and those issues that we face. Because the whole thing with mutants and then, regular people, same shit we facing here. Xavier said we need separation, which is what Malcolm X was saying. Professor X, we need to come together and everything like that. And we see what happened in the new X-Men. What is it called? X-Men 19 something. I forget what it's called. But you see what happened. Magneto was right. Like no matter what, he basically tried to make peace. He saved these politicians' lives, did everything you could possibly do to try to make these people happy and to get them to understand that their power is not a threat. Like they have never, they're not trying to take over. And they tried to live peacefully. You see what kept happening with that situation. So deep shit. It's the same with us. We done marched, peacefully protest. We've been killed. We done did everything. We done held their flag up and saluted it, the same flag that they used to enslave us. We done did so much shit to show these people that we are not a threat and we are just trying to live the same way they live in. And look what happened. They still oppress us. They still spit in our face. It's still issues. So it's giving you that whole narrative. And it's cool that it's a white dude that understood this and put it out. Same thing with White Mike. I don't know if you guys seen the TED with White Mike, who's a pastor, by the way, a preacher. And this dude grew up in a black neighborhood. And he did a whole TED Talks basically explaining to black people that you guys shouldn't be listening to this music. But why is it that he turned on the radio station and listened to hip hop and all the hip hop music is about black on black crime, black people doing drugs, black people destroying themselves? He go to the white radio stations and he don't see that. So he's saying like, he's making a point that there is money, not just money though, but control in the media putting out this hip hop music with this message. So his whole point was, why do we accept that and allow it and engage in it when we can't go to a white station and find the same stuff? Everything is put on this hip hop platform that is negative. Meanwhile, country music and pop, white music, white pop can have this beautiful music and everything is fine and good. They making money, successful and everything like that. Meanwhile, with hip hop, it's a problem. So this is a dude named White Mike who's a preacher who made this point. And it's crazy how many white people see what we're going through and they speak on it. And it's hard to get black people to even understand like what we're talking about when we say it. When we talk, nobody want to hear that shit. But as soon as a white man says something, everybody jumps onto it. And it's crazy. The whole concept of what Stan Lee put out in X-Men has been put out by so many black people before him. And he just was, had a way bigger platform and he had the money in the back and behind it to tell the stories that he's told. Would be much better if a lot of these black creators can come out and put this stuff out with more truth behind it. Because now, and we're going to get into this, now they're starting to talk more about the African stories, real African history and everything like that. They're starting to put it out more. And they're probably because they ran out of fucking ideas and they're trying to use these stories and parlay them into different movies or what have you. But you can't hide the stuff no more because it's too many people understand now and there's too many people digging into the past and they releasing this information. So, it's tough. It's tough for them to hide this stuff anymore today with social media being as big as it is. Yeah. Yeah, Crystal, the Static Shock movie, they should definitely make one of that. Let me see. Trump train 2024. Angel, what's the deal? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like Trump supporters should be definitely worried about Camilla, but the problem with her is, you know, a lot of people are not behind her. You know, she don't even got a lot of black people behind her. Like some people going to vote for her because, you know, she's not white, but they're not really putting shit behind her the way you would think. Obama hasn't come out and made a big endorsement of her yet, so everybody's waiting on that. Obama come out and say she cool, then people gonna jump on it. But yeah, man, it's. I think it's going to be too much controversy surrounding her, for her to win, and it's going to be that way. So it's accepting when Trump wins. You know, people can accept it and understand more. Oh, she didn't have a full amount of time to run for president. She just started at the end. What you got to think about is how weird is that? I mean, it's like I said, it's fucking suspect that they will wait this long to even do that. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. Just switched. Okay, yeah. So they're putting up like 5 minutes YouTube. I think the first 5 minutes. So that's telling me that this video probably not going to be shown this entire. I think I said too much. So I think YouTube going to cut this video at 5 minutes only because they're already posting it, and they're only posting 5 minutes. So I can see it in my loading videos. So, you know, again, this fucking problems. We'll see what happens. But this happened before. Let me see highlights. They already posted the first minute. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Okay, yeah, I see in highlights they posted. Hey, everybody. Let's see. I did 2 parts because it cut off the last live stream from the car. I was able to upload the second half, but the first one, they wouldn't even let me. Yeah, they put it. I couldn't even download my own video. So, and then they flagged it, and then they took it down. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Put it back up because I guess they figured out we'll leave it alone. But this is up now. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't want to put the live out, and then once it's done, and they process it, they can hold the video. It's technically YouTube's property to do it on YouTube. So we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this whole thing. If they allow the whole video to go up, or if they just putting up previews or what have you. We'll see. All right, yeah. So yeah, they posting part of it. So we'll see what happens if they put everything up. I don't know if you guys can go onto my page and see if you see the preview, but it should be there. Yeah, StreamYard. It was an issue with StreamYard. So StreamYard, I was trying to use it with Merkabah Academy. It wasn't working. It didn't work. I know it's like certain apps you can use with your phone, but my whole thing was I was trying to connect it with my Merkabah Academy. Somebody asked a good question. Where'd it go? Let's see. $2 o'clock. Obama did endorse her today. Okay, cool. I knew that because Trump spoke today. So I would think that would be a good time for him to come out and say something. And she's the nomination. She's the nominee. So everybody's going to have to get behind her because if she do fails, I don't think people want to, say that it was because of them not giving endorsement. Yeah, but make no mistake, like it's it's planned already, man. Like don't there's no elections going to decide the president. That's already decided. This is all WWE shit for the public, for them to think that they got some say so. It's a spectacle every 4 fucking years. It's the same shit. Nothing hasn't changed. I'm 42, so I've seen so many presidential elections come and go where we dealing with the same problem that the last president left. Is we don't control shit. The policy, all this stuff is done. It's already set. These are the actors, these freaking candidates that's coming out to act like they're doing shit. You're not just going to walk into the White House and change the world. It hasn't happened. You're not going to walk in there and change everything as a president. They control that shit. The policy is already done. No matter who wins or who they say going to win, it's done already. It's already chosen. Yeah, it's no way. Like when you really think about the logistics, as I said, of running an election, I mean, you can't do it. Who controls it? Like who controls the ballots? What person controls the counting or controls the software that's going to count the ballots? You understand? Like how there's no way. It's too much that can be done to tamper with votes that we can't leave up to a computer. An election is one of those things where you have to do it person by person, paper ballot by paper ballot. It has to be counted live and or at least recorded so people can see it. There's no way. There's no way. So even if you just feeding it into a machine, at least we can see the vote on the paper before it goes in to make the count. It's just leaving something up to electoral situation. We can't predict. We don't know who was the real winner. They can just say anybody won, and that's that. Who controls the whole thing? So to me, you can't really truly have an election unless you count the votes, person by person in the paper count, to where it can be monitored and watched and people can see it. And it's going to take a long time, but so what? It's going to be the correct or the real president, the real vote versus what they tell us. And they'll never do it that way because they have their own person they want to put in place for whatever reason. We're not choosing a president. Like, it's just, they're not going to let the people do that. Because if you run, I mean, think about it. And this is what you really got to think about. Who the fuck running for president ever came up there and told us what we really want to hear? I mean, as far as helping the people. Because I'm going to tell you this. If I was running for president, I would come up there and I would say, listen, I'm going to end homelessness. Because we know now, and we already projected, we can completely wipe out homelessness in America for $3 billion a year. We give more than that away in foreign aid, but only $3 billion dedicated to homelessness a year will completely wipe out homelessness in America. They haven't done that. This is a fact that a congresswoman brought forward to the goddamn Congress live on C-SPAN with all the numbers and everything, not just her, but other people as well, and laid the whole plan out and said we can wipe out homelessness. Why hasn't this being done? Why hasn't the money been put to wiping it out? So no president has ever come forward and said we're gonna wipe out homelessness. Like, one, we're gonna really get rid of fucking student loan debt because other countries make us look stupid because they have free college, or at least give students like fucking $5,000 a month, or just give the American people $5,000 a month for fucking whatever. Like, nobody has come forward running for president, told us what we want to hear, and became president, and then did what they said they was going to do. It never happened, because to even get to that point, to be the nominee, to even run for president, you got to be so far up the ass already. Then you already bought off. You already bought off as a politician. They already own you, or else they won't let you get that far because they know what your rhetoric is, what you're talking about, and if it don't coincide with what they want, they're going to get you out of there. So just that alone should tell you anybody that's running for president that make it as far as the nominee already have in their mindset the agenda that the powers that be want them to speak on, because they're controlled already. You're not getting that far talking some real shit that's going to help people. So people get all hopeful and hype. Oh, I'm going to vote for this person. Oh, I hope they win. And nothing happens. Fucking Obama had 2 terms. 2 terms. Supposed to be our first black president. He didn't do shit for us. Trump has done more for black people and during his presidency than Obama ever had. That's facts. That's on paper. That's proven. He's done more for black people specifically than Obama did in 2 terms. That's on paper. So the fact that we got a black president, 2 terms, who didn't do shit, who didn't get us reparations at all, who didn't get us remedy for cops killing us, right? Remember that. More fucking black people died on Obama's watch than any other president. Think about that. More black people, I talked about this before, more black people were killed by cops during the 2 terms of Obama than in the fucking 40s, 50s, and 60s combined of cops killing black people. That's fucking nuts. That's a crazy number. But it's a fact. And he didn't remedy that. He didn't fucking do shit for us. So his whole thing was, and what they're going to always say is, the Republicans are blocking us. You know, I can't get this passed. Meanwhile, they pass executive orders. And Obama could have passed, as I said before, I said all this before in videos, Obama could have passed an executive order to give black people reparations, and nobody could refute it. Because we can prove on paper, I can fucking prove right now that we're owed reparations. There's no way around that shit. Black people should have got cut a check. There's no way around it. There's nobody who can argue against us getting that money. So to believe that a person is going to walk in and be the nominee and become president and do something to benefit us is fucking bananas. Trump might get you another check, but that's about it. You know, a stimulus check or, you know, something. Nothing real is going to happen. Nothing big. Let me try to block this sun out if I can. No, that's right. I can go that far. Move this. There we go. You can hear the AC, my bad. Hopefully it ain't too loud. Exactly. They will never allow, you know, yeah, they will never allow it. They won't allow us to really control anything. And we don't demand anything, because to demand something as a people, you got to have leaders for that. This is why they kill the leaders. All the real leaders that we had that came out, they're gone. You need leaders for that. And then, you know, what's his name? The lawyer bull, bought off. You know, every time a black person get killed, you see him come up. He gonna get you some money, but it ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna help black people as a whole. We need leaders, and nobody wants to be a leader because motherfuckers scared to die. Then you can't even try being a leader and try to come out there and do anything, because as soon as you need support, that's where black people fold. And then where the rich black people was at, who got the money to fund you, if you ain't bought off or in pocket, they're not risking their situation to back you. You gotta be bought off. This is why you gotta pay attention to people that's already coming out and speaking. If they're backed by a bunch of celebrities, then you know it's not real. These celebrities not risking their fame and fortune to back a real black person that's really going to do something for black people. They're not going to risk their money and fame and their life to back a real, true leader that's going to lead black people somewhere successful. That's why we don't see that shit. Every time we see one come out, they're either killed or they're bought off. This is what happens. When we try to get support as black people, when we need the support, we don't get it. And it's hard to do. That's why I never jumped into none of those platforms, because I know what's waiting for you. Even now, at my small, low level, I got controversy. Motherfuckers like I'm some big type of conspiracy, you know, situation. I'm trying to scam people and all this shit. I'm fucking at the lowest level of this shit. I never jumped on none of those platforms that people invited me to. I've been invited to speak on so much shit and come and do a lot of these forums and speak in so many different places that I turned the fuck down, because there's no fucking way I'm jumping into that arena knowing what's in there. And that's the problem. And it's unfortunate because it got to be that way. Now more than ever, they got control over the shit, and then now since we digital with everything, I mean, you can't really do anything. I mean, you see what's going on with my shit already as it is. They censoring my shit, so it's tough. Yeah, of course they own Trump. Trump been in pocket. It's Donald Trump we're talking about. Like, he been in pocket for a long time. The fact that Donald Trump even became president in the first place, the first term, 2016, should tell you something right there, that it's some bullshit, bogus shit. So yeah. Exactly. Black Americans want something for nothing. So I had somebody comment, you guys probably seen this. So in the post I posted, I think I took it down now. I took it down because I changed the date. So when I posted on the Facebook, on the YouTube, whatever, that little chat, whatever the shit they got. So I posted a flyer for the live stream on Saturday. And then somebody commented, of course they had no profile picture, but somebody commented that I basically saying I shouldn't post shit for sale. That a real person with real knowledge is not going to be posting shit for sale to liberate his people or what have you. This is the type of, I dealt with this shit before. There's a lot of new people on here. But this is the type of shit I mean. Like I'm not supposed to sell the videos that I sell because I'm black. And I'm supposed to just give shit away to black people for free because we're all black. But they can go and give the white man all the money they want to give the white man, smile in their face and buck dance, while the white man go feed his family and while he put himself on vacations and put his kids through college. Nobody complains to the white man about that shit. But as soon as a black person try to do something or sell some shit, oh, you can't sell it to black people because we all black. We're supposed to share the knowledge. And it's not like I don't have over 1,000 free videos on YouTube already. I've been putting out free information for years, for a long time. And then, as I said, I will continue to do so. The problem is, the more deeper controversial videos, when I put them on YouTube, what happens? They get taken down. Plain and simple. And again, like before, my whole situation happened with this IRS shit, this has been going on for years. It's been an issue. So it wasn't a problem. I'm posting videos constantly. I'm reposting it. Not just that, I put out Never Pay Again membership for only $7 one time, which who knows what happened if people even saw that link. So I've made it so easy and affordable for people to get videos or get the content that I put out for free or for super cheap, $7. And they didn't take advantage, or they missed the sell, or they didn't buy it when it came out, and then now I'm all about the money. Oh, he's only all about money. Oh, he's scamming or whatever like that. I've been more transparent than most of these people that's online. Plain and simple. Super transparent about every fucking thing that's going on. But that's the problem with black people. We've been brainwashed to the point where we sabotage ourselves. And if it was a black person to come up that can step into the shoes of leadership, he wouldn't get the backing of regular black people that he needs to go forward. That's what would happen. Then two, they control the venues. They control the platforms. So even if you tried to step up and do something, they're not going to put you on CNN. They're not going to put you on C-SPAN. They're not going to put you on a platform that you need for your message to grow. You will have to take to YouTube and social media where you're going to be sabotaged. You will have to do a lot of shit, and you have to get a lot of backing from people who don't want to fucking risk their livelihood and what they've built to back you. Like if I'm black and I'm coming on here saying I want to help black people, I want to help my people out, but my views are controversial or goes against the status quo, why would a black person that's already rich and established and got their money and got good shit going for them, why would they risk all that to help you? Why would they do that? Why would they risk their family and their livelihood to help you out because you all of a sudden want to help black people? And they don't even know you or even know if your agenda is true. You can be a puppet in their head. You know what I'm saying? This is how screwed we are. So my whole philosophy, as I told you guys, forget that. We're not going to save everybody. Save yourself. You get this knowledge. You be conscious and understand what's going on and get the knowledge for yourself. These fucking naysayers or fake ass conscious people want to be conscious people to act like they down or they involved. They're not getting nowhere. They don't know shit. Half of these people don't even know what the fuck we talk about. They don't understand this information. They just hear and they show up and to say that they're conscious or to try to look smarter than other people. So you got to really think about it when you really question a president or a person that's running for president or a person that's saying that they're trying to do something for black people. What's going to happen, or what is their agenda, or what have you. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. Jeremy, I appreciate it again. Rakim, appreciate it. So listen, make sure you guys, the link is in the description. It's also the live stream. This live stream, they just posted it. So if you look in the comment section, you'll see the link to get for the live, for the lecture on Tuesday. Make sure you guys support that. Like, it's $39. That's it. Make sure you guys support that. We need to support, because like, it's so much going on that I need to grab and get into. I'm a millionaire. Believe it or not, I'm a millionaire. And I have crazy money, hundreds of thousands of dollars that I can't touch. That's my situation right now. I'm trying to stay afloat, because until they release my account, I'm scrambling right now. It's so much shit I got going on. Trying to keep my businesses and what I have afloat has been crazy. It's been really tough. And luckily, I have some stock that's doing good. I have some stuff I can cash out to pay bills, whatever like that. But I've been doing this for a while now, and I'm waiting for them to finally release my fucking account so I can have access to all my money. Luckily, I took out what I took out. I had to sell a bunch of shit. Those videos you guys see with all those sneakers that's behind me, gone. I had to sell all that shit. Jewelry, gold, I had to sell all that shit. So a lot of people don't even, they calling me scammer or what have you. They don't even know my situation or what's going on with me for real. I'm dealing with a lot of shit. I'm dealing with a lot of sabotage, a lot of bullshit. And I got a family to feed. I got a freaking 9-month-old. I got bills. I got shit I got to take care of. I don't have a job. I don't work for nobody. And it's stuff like that that makes you go harder when you being fucked with. So when you being fucked with, you get upset and you go harder. So you want to put out more content. You want to fight back as much as you can. There's no way I will ever sell out to these motherfuckers. It's just, I can't be bought. It's just not possible. There's no way. You're not going to see me pop up on fucking one of these platforms saying something completely fucking different for some fucking money. I'll die before that. So y'all see me dead before that happens. Plain and simple. It's just not in me. I can't do it. So you have that. But when I put out something, Saturn, Satan Final, Stock Market Final, all the videos I put out is not just for my time, because this shit takes a lot of time. It's for the support. Because, you know, I'm not stinking rich right now. Even with $1 million, I'm not fucking stinking rich. I still need the support. All these other people got backing. The people that's deceiving you. They're getting paid crazy money. And this is what I was just basically speaking to. So you have your Billy Carsons and all these people that's getting paid by Gaia, who's getting paid by YouTube and all these other people. They're back. They sold you out already. Motherfuckers giving you black and white Jesus. Like, come on, man. How is people buying into this shit? So these people are bought and paid already, and they're getting support from you guys. And they get support from crazy, not you specifically here, but from like the public people. They're getting crazy backing and support to give you guys a bunch of bullshit. And it's crazy. Meanwhile, I'm being sabotaged and everything I put out is being scrutinized or what have you. So it's a lot going on. So like I said, support. Buy Saturn, Satan. Make sure you guys grab the fucking live, participate in that. You will, when that live is done, you guys will get the full video, because I'm gonna edit it, because there's some actual pictures I gotta put in there. But I'm gonna have a whiteboard and I'm gonna have photos to show you guys on that live, because it's a lot. You guys know how I do it. So we're gonna have a whiteboard. We're gonna have pictures and everything like that to show you guys what's going on. I'm gonna try to do the projector. I'm working on that as well, to do the projector so you guys can see the slides and everything that we're gonna put up to get into a few topics, especially blackamoors, because that's deep, especially pertaining to presidency. And excuse me, it's perfect timing, because I want to get into the White House. I want to get into just that whole setup of presidency and how, you know, the blackamoors, and then the Moors that sold us out, how they set up a lot of shit here in this country. And it's fucking deep. So we're going to get into a lot. We're going to get into, somebody posted this before. I don't know if you guys seen it, but this is probably the first time a lot of you guys heard about this. But there was a lot of royal decrees. When they was coming in and taking over in England, the Queen had basically put out a fucking decree to get rid of black people in the country, to wipe them out, to put them into certain areas. A lot of crazy shit happened with that. So we're gonna get into that. The information about Black Queen Elizabeth. Oh, that's fucking deep. Especially when we got written proof from older books that the woman was black. We will get into this. I don't want to give away too much. So I'm gonna get into that. And somebody had sent me a video on somebody talking about that as well. But this is something that I talked about on the Moors video. I have another video as well. Forget what video that is. Where I'm getting into the black royalty that existed before all these people who are here now. So we're gonna get into that and a lot more in that video, in the live lecture. So make sure you guys be in on that shit. Southside, what's the deal? Oh yeah, my daughter, she cool. 9 month old. She's 9 months. 9 months now. And it's life changer when you have a daughter. You know, you got somebody to wipe the oatmeal off your lip when you 80, you know, having a daughter. So it's something I always wanted. I got a son, so I finally got a daughter. I got two kids now. And she's amazing. It's been so fun and cool. I was in the military when my son was born. So I missed all that. You know, if you guys got kids, you know how it is when you raising a kid and you're there for, you know, first words and crawling. I missed all that with my son. I was in the military. I was traveling the world. So now with my daughter, I get to go through that shit and see her, you know, start talking and sitting up on her own and all that shit I miss with my son. I get to have now with my daughter, which is cool. And it's been fun. It's fun. It's crazy watching that whole process, but it's also enlightening, and you get a lot of information seeing how kids develop, you know, and how they learn, their whole learning process. It's deep, you know, it's deep. You know, the stuff that they know already that's programmed within their DNA, you see it. That's some deep. Oh, 9. What does 9 mean? 9 is everything. 9 is, you know, it's the universe, the number of the universe. 9. Everything is done. We got 9 numbers. When we understand how everything is done on the 9, you know, Tesla went out on the 9s. A lot of people go out on the 9s for a reason. My address is 1028, right? 1028. I do shit for a reason. So I wasn't show you my door. You'll see 1028. My last apartment I left was 522, right? That gives you 9. But 1028 will be my birthday. And then reverse 28 to get 82. That's the year I was born. Everything I do it on the numbers. So it's not just 9, it's numerology and everything. All these sacrifices and rituals we see from the so-called Illuminati is all on the numbers for a reason. And that's a lot to get into. But like you'll see, you'll have like more success. Or it's kind of like, you know, saying you're blessing your house, or, you know what I'm saying? Like you're protecting your family when you do shit on the numbers. Same thing with the agents have. Like a lot of agents, they don't fuck with shit that's 13. Because in their culture, that's, you know, bad. It's a bad number. But there's only 9 numbers. You know, 1 through 9, everything else is a combination of the numbers that we got. You know, 0 through 9, I should say. But it's a combination. So 9 is the number of the universe for many different reasons. So that's why the moniker is Merkabah 9, and my license plate on my BMW was Merkabah 9. It's always going to be something like that. It's always going to be numbers. You'll always find 9 in something that I do. You'll find a lot of variations of numbers for many reasons. And we'll get into that. I'm not sure if I can release a video on that. I'm kind of like leery. I know YouTube won't let it, and I don't really want to, like I said, some shit you can say is rules. It's rules. And some shit you can say, some shit you can't say. You know, I try to stick to it. You know, it is what it is. I try not to fucking step on toes, and because I'm not built. Like these other people, they built for that shit. They got fucking backing and all kinds of people behind them. They can say what they want to say. I'm not built for that. I get into Black Native Americans in a couple of videos. Denzel, you the man for that. Exactly. Yeah, Saturn. I mean, we worshiping Saturn everywhere we look. I mean, just your TV, you worshiping Saturn. You know, the black square. Notice how your TV is a black square, a flat screen. You know, it could have been any shape. I mean, that's the best, shape, of course, the rectangle or square. But you basically worship Saturn more than you realize. And not even know it. Like certain movies, you paying homage to Saturn. Your hats you put on your head. All kinds of shit. So, Saturn is going to benefit you in a lot of ways, just naturally, normally. No, they don't like Gematria. 11/11, you're going to see, if you guys seeing 9/11 or 11/11, I barely missed 9/11. I'm used to always seeing it. It's 9/11 is basically your subconscious telling you that you're okay. You're on the right path. Instead, 11/11 is certain that you need to saying that you need to be alert. You know what I'm saying? You need to keep doing what you're doing, but be alert. If you're seeing 9/11 all the time, if you chilling and you just look at your phone at 9/11, you just can't escape it. Even if you're watching sports, 9/11, you're looking at the clock. That's your subconscious communicating to you, telling you that you're on the right track. They call it the angel number, which that would be you. That number. I see it all the time, and that's your subconscious communicating to you, plain and simple. If you're seeing 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock is you need to worry. If you're waking up at 3, you need to worry about that. That's something health-wise. You need to worry about your health. You need to pay attention to somebody that's after you, shit like that. That's your subconscious that sees something that you don't see consciously, that you need to pay attention to. 3 o'clock is a real important number. 9/11 is good. You're good. 11/11 is you're good if you're seeing it. Good numbers to pay attention to. And I get that question a lot. And a lot of people see it. Yeah, I heard about that, Marcus, with Argentina. I think I talked about it in a video. What's going on with that? Let's see. 6 ballots. Sam, what's the deal? July 28th? Yep, I'm January 28th. So yeah, for those who just joining, again, the lecture is going to be on Tuesday instead of tonight for a lot of different reasons. So we have to get the live streaming straightened out with everything, but it's going to be on Tuesday for sure. But there will be a live stream tonight here on YouTube. We're going to get into like a mini lecture on a couple different things. So that's in 4.5 hours. We're going to get into that. So there will be a live stream. Make sure you guys come back at 7:30 if you can. I know it's Saturday night. A lot of people got shit to do, but there will be a live stream tonight at 7:30. But the actual lecture will be at MGM on Tuesday instead of tonight. So, for everybody who paid already, that you good to go. You straight. Again, make sure you guys go to look in the description on the live one. This live, they posted a couple previews. If you look in the description or in the comments, you'll see the link to that lecture on Tuesday. Make sure you guys grab and support that. Like, we need the support for that. Make sure you guys grab your spot. Again, because even if we're not using YouTube, but the platform that we use, they only give us a certain amount of people. Like, I don't want to pay for 10,000 people, and we're not going to get 10,000 people. So I don't want to pay all that extra money because I got to pay for this. So I don't want to pay the extra money and we don't get all these people. So they have like tiers. So it's going to be only between 200 and 1,000 people. So I don't know how many people is going to show up or what have you. Just make sure you get your spot within that 200, because I know at least 200 is going to show. We got 134 people now, and that's me just posting this a few hours ago. So I've been sending emails out already. A lot of people some people have already gotten spots, and people right now while we're on, I've seen it pop up on my phone. A lot of you already got spots. So make sure you guys get a spot. So, and I appreciate all you guys who just bought, like who just popped up. I want to see no names. I appreciate you guys. Matter of fact, let me see, who was that just popped up? Kia Griffin. Or K Griffin, my bad if I butchered your name. Jesse, Frederick, James, Jason. You know, you guys know who you are. Let's see. So thanks to you guys who just grabbed the spot for the live. I appreciate it. Yeah, Black Wall Street. I mean, yeah, believe it or not, they already have another Black Wall Street. So there's a couple communities. There's one in Texas. I think it's Austin or somewhere in Texas. In fact, I think it's Dallas, where they have basically a Black Wall Street. So you have a couple of Black entrepreneurs that own entire towns, and it's Black owned, Black run. They have Black banks there, and they have some white people there too that they allowed in. You got to get approved to move into these towns. They have like gated communities. It's all Black. It's full of rich Black people, successful Black people that you got to get approved to move into. But they also allow some whites. But there's already a few towns that have popped up. You can Google and look at it. There's already a few towns that popped up that's kind of like Black Wall Street, where Black people run a town and they own everything. Yeah, let me see. Sam, I appreciate it. Rohan, what's the deal? I would love to go to West Palm Beach. You got a plug with the Marriott? Send me an email. Yeah, Marcus. So yeah, I would be cautious and try to get in at 200 because I don't know where it's gonna cut off at. So like depending the platforms that we have that we're looking into is between 200 and 1,000, right? So I'm like really trying to gauge and see how many people is going to. I mean, it's going to be on Tuesday. That's pretty soon. So I would try to make sure you guys get your spot before we get to 200 because that might be the cutoff. But like I said, even if you get your spot and you can't participate, you can't watch it live because you got to work or what have you. When the live is done, the video will be edited and you will automatically get the video. So you'll get sent a link to the video. You can download it after the live is over. Even if you participate, and if you don't participate, you'll still get that link, you know, as long as you grab the spot. So you'll be able to see it right as soon as it's over. Yeah, I mentioned Muhammad, what's the deal? Yeah, I mentioned negative ions in a couple videos. Some of those videos are on YouTube. But yeah, I'm going to definitely do a full video on negative ions. Not just with that, it's like, so a video that I had that I think I already started recording it was on water and negative ions, this connection. Excuse me. Yeah, so the link to secure your spot is in the comment section of this live. So not this one right here, but if you go to the preview, if you go to my page right now, go to my channel, go to my page, you'll see like a preview of this live right here that we're on. If you look in the comment section, you'll see a link for that because I couldn't put it in this one. They wouldn't let me do it for some reason. So I just went on my phone. That's what I was doing. I was looking at my phone. So I put it in the comment section of both of those previews. They should be posted right now. So let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it said highlights. It's like a 5-minute video. And then that's it. It's done. I can't. Yeah, so if you go into the highlights on there, to say highlights from this live, you'll see the link right there. So let me know if you guys see this, because they might have fucking not even put this up. Who knows? So yeah, let me know if you guys see this joint. It's right in the comment section. And I posted it from my channel, so it should show up. Give it a like if you see it. You'll see it in the description. But it's in the if you just go to this channel, you should see it right there. Or go to my videos. Go to my channel and go to my videos. You should see that video. Or to be up there when this live is done, you guys will see it and you can go there and grab it. But I appreciate, what is it like, probably like 10 of you guys so far during this live that got it. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Muhammad, I appreciate it. Yeah, listen, I'm glad a lot of you guys were smart and didn't take that fucking shot. I mean, to me, it's common sense. Are you serious? You want to give me a fucking shot for what? Like, y'all killing us left and right, but now y'all want to give us a fucking shot to save our lives, but y'all won't even give us fucking money for food, you know, money for free health care. But you want to give us a shot to save our life now with the whole, you know, I don't want to say too much. Because you start talking about you know what, then they cut you down when they hear that word. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's smart. A lot of people didn't get that shot. Original Noun, what's the deal? Long time, my brother. Rohan, what's the deal? Yeah, so a lot of people just joining, jumping in. The live stream was about the lecture that was supposed to be tonight. It's moved till Tuesday. So I already sent out emails. Some of you guys probably get it later on, but it'll be on Tuesday. And again, like a lot of people wasn't getting the emails. It just wasn't a lot of engagement in it. And I have something later on to do. I'll be doing a live stream in about 4 hours, but I got something to take care of that's going to take about an hour and a half. So there will be a live stream tonight here on YouTube. There will be a little mini lecture on a couple things that I'll do. So you guys can make sure you come back and join me here on YouTube at 7:30. That's in an hour and a half. 4 hours and a half, 4.5 hours from now. Was it like 3:08 now? So it's coming up. So there will be a live stream right here on YouTube tonight. But Tuesday will be the full lecture at MGM on Tuesday. So that's what this is about. And just about, answering some questions and everything like that. And they'll also on Tuesday, before we're going to go live on Tuesday here on YouTube. So we're going to do another live stream on Tuesday before the actual lecture, just to get everybody, to make sure everybody's good, it's no issues, because you guys are going to be emailed the link. So everybody who just bought, you guys are going to be emailed the link 2 hours before we go live, probably even before that. So you're going to be emailed the link, and then we're going to make sure everything's cool, and then we'll go live. But there'll be a YouTube live on Tuesday before the actual event, before we actually do it, do the stream. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, from London, what's the deal, woman? Ryan, a good question. It's happening now, believe it or not, slowly. Us having more structure is just because they're incorporating us more into this system because they need us, if you understand. You guys been seeing this shit all over social media. Was it Japan, Italy? It's a couple countries now that's calling for black men, and that's a real thing. It's not just, it's just real. They're calling for black men to come there to basically revive the civilization. I mean, I posted before, I talked about this before. It's a big issue in Korea right now because a lot of Korean women not having kids. They're more business oriented. The birth rate is declined dramatically over there in a lot of Asian countries. And this is happening in a lot of places that they really don't want to talk about, but they're not going to have a choice to talk about it coming up. But yeah, they're really putting out, because one, we're the most fertile for a lot of black men to basically come out. And I told you guys, I had dual citizenship. I lived in Sweden for years, and that's a big deal in Sweden. In Sweden, having a mulatto, a mixed kid, black and white, is a big deal. They want that over there. It's just like a genetics thing. They understand, they get it. So mixing in, like I said, you can go over there to Sweden right now. You're going to see a Michael Blackson dude walking with the baddest Swedish chick pushing a stroller. And then you see that a lot over there. It's like a big deal. So When I was over there, it was like fucking nuts with the girl. So they want that. It's a big deal over there in the other countries, and they just need us. So seeing black people on top again, or like in a more prominent position and role, is something we're going to see. You're kind of sort of seeing that. You know, you saw with Obama become a president. Them doing that was the first, as I said before. The towers falling was all fucking part of their agenda. So it's about the beginning of this agenda that we're in right now. So 9/11 was to start it off. And then after that, out of that whole thing, you know, the double helix towers representing the double helix, 2 strands of DNA, those towers fell. How come they only built one? 2 towers fell. They only built one. Why is that? Because that's to symbolize the unity, the union of the DNA coming together, which is what this whole black-white shit is about. And they have Saturn there as well. If you guys been down there to where the towers was at, if you visited, since the towers fell, you see all that Illuminati shit that's down there. All of it is fucking crazy. There's a lot of what we would call witchcraft stuff down there around that whole site. So yeah, that's what that shit is about. Saturn is the big key to the whole thing. The 2 big squares, the squares of Saturn. I got into all this before. Torrance Jones, what's the deal? I appreciate you. DL Grand Rising, what's the deal? Yeah, like so many people emailed me and sent me those photos with Putin showing the Black Madonna, and Putin always making threats with this shit, but that's just like poking holes. But as I said before, make no mistake, they all in on this shit together. But that's just getting that knowledge out there. They're not going to be able to skip past this shit no more. It's all going to come out, and it's going to have to come out because they need us. They need black people. They need the mixing in. You're seeing it more than ever, and I talked about this a lot. They need us. They have to make their job is done. It's done. Their time is up. Their job is done. What they was created and put here for is done. So now we're moving forward, and that's what this whole, as I talked about in the Feature of None video, if you guys saw that. So that's what that's all about. And then it all coincides with Saturn, which we got into Saturn Satan final. All that shit goes together. So like understanding what the plan is, I mean, it's not even hard no more. Like when you're conscious, you can see the shit. Like understanding the agenda now is clear. So we know this new world order is coming. There's no way around that shit. They want control. And that's what I was talking about. This is not control. This is not about money. So many people think this shit is about money. Oh, Trump doing this for the money. Or this person is doing this for the money. It's not about money for them. They make the money. They print the shit. They can just type in numbers and put it into their account. They have infinite money. We talk about net worths and all this stuff. That's the people they control. They need the money to give to them for whatever, but they could just type it and put it in their fucking account. These people don't even think about money at the top. There's no such thing to them, right? So they're not doing this for money. They have the money to get these people. It just has to make economic sense on paper. So they have to do these companies and deals and mergers and all that shit has to leave a paper trail and be legit on paper for them to make it right under universal law. So that's what it's about. But they got the money to do so. Now, if you got the money to make money, you're going to make money. They got the money to make money. So all this new shit we see coming out, whether it's a TV show or a new building or an amusement park or this company bought that company, all that shit is a part of it. It's not about money. This shit is about controlling energy, plain and simple. And they already had the power. I mean, they already control energy now as it is, but it's to control energy going forward, to keep continually controlling energy. Think about it, as I said before. Not a fucking coincidence that you can go in the hood in Philadelphia, in the hood in Baltimore, in the hood in LA, and go in the black community, and it's the same shit. Even before social media, it's the same shit. Same problems, same issues, same type of poverty, right? Same type of social structures as far as with welfare and the program, Section 8, same shit. The energy. They have affected our energy to the point where they can control what we do. And the crazy part about it is we think it's us. So the decisions that you make, that you think is you, Whether it was even hating on black people for having money or hating on a black person that's doing something, that shit was programmed in you to feel that way and to act that way. And that's across the country that we see that shit. So they already can effectively affect our energy, as I said, by remote control with hip hop, with popular culture, you know what I'm saying? With this culture that we call hip hop, that we follow. They can already affect our energy, and then we're going out and we're doing shit thinking it's us. We're influenced and don't even realize that we've been programmed to feel this way. So look at all the black men out here that want to be rappers. Black people would rather fucking stand on the corner and hand out a fucking CD than go to school, get a fucking education, and grow somewhere. Grow. Like I tell my son, fuck your hopes and dreams. I don't give a shit about that. Do something that's going to make money, because you can always jump back into your hopes and dreams, what you want to do. A lot of us, we get too emotional with that shit. As I'm following my dreams, and you follow that shit right into the poorhouse, where you can just go and do something that's going to make money. What I said in one of my last lives, get into computers, get into something that's going to make you successful, then follow your dreams, because now you have the backing, the means to follow your dreams, to do what you need to do. So this is how we get on top, but it's not even about that no more. That time is past. Black people uniting and getting on top, that's not going to happen. It's done. It's over with. We're at the stage where they're joining us now. You can't beat them, join them. They couldn't beat us. They couldn't wipe us out. Slavery, we survived that shit. We survived Jim Crow. We survived poverty. We're still here. We fucking worse than cockroaches. We're still here. We survived all the shit they did to us. It's not about that now. Now we passed that. They passed that part. They got to join us, because their job and what we're here to do, which was to create this different, reality, I should say, this different experience for consciousness, is done. So they did their job. Everything we got once the white man took over, altered consciousness, changes consciousness, gives you new way to perceive existence via or versus living off the land, living off the bush, living off of what we knew existed back then. We passed all that now. We're moving into a whole new different phase that's about controlling the energy and them coming back into melanin. Yeah, exactly. A lot of these people is Willie Lynch. And Willie Lynch is a real deal, whether you accept that letter or not. That's real shit. Everything that was in the Willie Lynch letter happened. It's real. We're still seeing it to this day. Epigenetics, I talked about this. That's real, scientifically proven. You can look it up yourself. You pass shit down through DNA. I mean, it's just common sense when you see your kids walking and talking. It's programmed in them from the parents. It's the same thing with the slave gene, right? So with epigenetics, the epigenome, the slave gene was passed down, and a lot of people still have that shit in them, these sellouts, these coons. And these people who've been programmed to hate black, to hate any type of black success. Black person needs support, he asking for money, he a scammer, he doing something wrong. That's programmed in you to feel that way. And that's what happens. That's what this whole shit is about. So it's about them carrying and controlling this energy that they already have a control on, but it's about to change. It's about to change. We're done. We're the nine. You was born before 1999, time is up. Our time is done. We're talking about this new group. Everybody born 2000 and up, right? So if you was born in 2000, my son's 23, he's born in the year 2000. We're born 2000 and up. These are the people that's going to bring in this whole new group that's going to usher in this whole big change that's coming. We're not going to be here for that shit. We're going to be gone unless you live, dumb fucking long, which I doubt it. We're going to live to see the start of this shit, but we're going to be gone before they complete all of it. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Sitful Stoner. What's the deal? Yeah, diet. Foods, synthetic foods, man. Okay, so, excuse me. what's the best way? The best oil you put into a machine? You put synthetic oil in, right? Synthetics. Synthetics is going to be the best thing for the body coming up, because a lot, not in our lifetime, but a lot of people is going to, you guys heard about splicing and like people mixing in with machines, right? So that's the feature. That's what we're coming into. You're going to come into a lot of people. What movie was that? Even iRobot. Remember iRobot with Will Smith? I mean, he had a robot arm or what have you. He had mechanical parts because, you know, what happened with him and the situation, he had to get a robot arm and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of movies on that. Denzel had a movie. Was it Johnny Mnemonic? No, that's something else. I forget Denzel movie where, what was the name of that movie? But same thing. Yeah, Sid 6.7 or 6.9, whatever like that. It's a lot of movies where humans are mixing in with machine parts. That's the feature. That's what's coming up. And The Matrix is giving you a lot of insight into that with the Matrix movies and just being able to beam, you know, traits, you know, into the mind. It's going to be a lot better if you're chipped. You understand? If you have this synthetic chip that's in the brain to where it's access, and then remember, we're energy. You can just boom, skip all the bullshit, program the mind to do this and that energetically. You understand? So it's basically putting code, which your energy is basically code anyway, putting code within the code, cheat codes. I mean, it's basically what it is. So that's what's coming. Like foods will be synthetic. Foods will have be completely different because they're going to need certain foods to nourish that type of body, and our bodies are already being prepared for that. Like have nanoparticles and all that shit they're using. Like this new generation is about the change of DNA. DNA being changed right now, and don't like you getting injected with something is the beginning of that shit. Foods being changed is the beginning of that shit. Over time, they're changing the DNA, and that's what they're going to be doing. So we end up with a different type of human later on. Who knows how people were back then? This is why when they find these old bodies, they're studied. You know, it's a body. I go to the cemetery right now and dig up a body. It's the same body that went down, an embalmed body. But these older, ancient bodies, different, especially the Egyptians. They got to dig them up and they got to look at them to tell if something is something. And to me, that's a royal mummy is a royal mummy for a reason. And they always get the most attention because they're supposed to be different genetically. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. The Bible was the plan, definitely not a prophecy. Like if you write something in a book today, and then 20 years from now you do what you wrote in the book, that's something you plan to do, not a prophecy. Yeah, so a lot of people got to understand, like, it's hard to accept it, that, you know, what's happening is going to happen. There's no way around it. Like, there is no fighting it. Like, it's Terminator 3, you know. Remember, he told John Connor, like, the whole plan wasn't to basically prevent Skynet, you know, from becoming aware and active. It was to survive it because it's so big. Like you said, it's software. It was in cyberspace. You can't touch it. It was done. Once it got implemented, there's no stopping it. And that's what's going on right now. Like, you know, the whole thing was to survive it. And that's what's going to happen with these generations right now, to survive what's coming and to be prepared and be in position for it. We're going to experience shit now while we're alive. I believe it's going to be civil war at some point. I believe we're going to break out in a huge war. World War III will come. And a lot's going to happen. And it's going to be people, it's going to be up to you to be prepared for it and to survive it and to watch what come. Because, like, there's going to be it's already here, but there's going to be publicly a dramatic jump in technology that they're going to release. I mean, the shit that I'm seeing, because I follow all this shit, is ridiculous. It's crazy what we can do and what they're planning and what they got coming up. It's crazy. So we're going to see a lot of this shit. And as I said, that's why it's good to invest. What I put in stock market final, you see now, like I said, that's why everything wound it up to that. So everybody's talking about AI. AI is the big deal. And all as I put in Stock Market Final, what is all these movies talking about? Terminator and all those other movies, Matrix, AI. And the Matrix, it was what the Morpheus say. The world marveled as we gave birth to AI. AI took over. All these movies is telling you exactly what's going to happen. AI. And right now, where are we at? AI is taking over. It is absolutely amazing. We're seeing what it's doing with the photos. We see what it's doing with so much. You can now, I can do a video and digitally change my face to make me look like somebody else while I'm doing a video. That's fucking nuts. That's crazy. So I already seen the software for that. So I can basically do a video and have a different digital face, you know, when I'm talking, so people can see that it's not me. So shit like that is big shit that we got to worry about it. Manifest Destiny already was a success, DL. They already did that. So what Manifest Destiny was the goal of the original Masons, the Masons that took over, you know, the presidents, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and John Adams and all these guys. That was their agenda, their goal under their Masonic order that they separated from the main Masonic order, the Royal Masonic order, which is why what happened to them happened to them. That's why their faces is on the money right now. Instead of beating them war-wise, they beat them nerd-wise. They used fucking money to take over the country. And that ideal, spanning westward and taking over the land, Manifest Destiny, which is what they did in the Americas, has been globalized now, basically. So it's not just a spread westward, because that was them getting into dealing with the countries that was also here in America. What video I just did, I talked about this. I think it was in the Guide of 2025, I talked about this. In the beginning of God of 2025, we got into the whole thing with America and understanding the colonies. So the colonies was here and they're under control of 13 of them. But the rest of the country was occupied by other countries, Spain, Sweden, Russia. Remember, America bought Alaska from Russia, right? For like $7.3 million or something like that. So other countries controlled parts of America, and that was part of the original, you know, founding fathers' agenda to change all this shit, Manifest Destiny. That was taken over, you know, 1913, the whole situation with the bankers and all that. And then now they spread that globally, which to me, they already have the globe. They already control everything. Now it's just the whole process is getting the people to accept it under universal law and for us to basically give our consent to them controlling the whole planet Masonically. That's what's coming. And it's, you know, it's a big fucking ritual that we're taking part in, that we've been taking part in for a long fucking time. And everything is a ritual. Everything is a part of the agenda. All of it is the same shit over and over again until we give our consent to allow these people to take over the world. So in Revelations, when it's talking about, and he will cause all men, you know, rich and poor, to receive the mark and what have you. And we will, in our hearts, do this. Understand? We will do this with our hearts, meaning we will all accept it. And it would be a universal, a global thing where we accept what's happening, because they're going to deceive us to the point where we're going to ask and beg for what's to come. We're going to want it because it's going to be the best outcome for everybody. So that point is coming, that part is coming, and it's slowly getting us to that point. Whether it's fucking super chaos scary or something that's just, you know, passing some policies or some laws, we'll see. That's going to come down to the people. But I'm telling you now, I talk to so many psycho ass white people, man. Like so many fucking militia groups. Like they fucking love me. They send me emails, they send me all their propaganda and shit like that. They talk to me all the time. A lot of these people who you think is racist or whatever like that, these people are not racist. They're just fucking crazy about America being what they believe the founding fathers wanted America to be, and them bringing it about. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people they know the bankers took over, the foreigners took over. They want to bring back the original America. They don't want to enslave black people. They just want to stay on top. And they're about equality, but as long as the white man's on top. They don't want these international motherfuckers because they're so patriotic. They don't want them taking over and controlling shit. So I hear from these guys all the time. They watch my videos. They send me shit, and they're waiting. These doomsday preppers, they're waiting, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be fucking hell. It's going to be hell. If this economy falls and all this shit happen with what they're trying to do, these militia groups are ready. They're coming out and they ready to fucking party. They ready to go to war with these people. And that's what I was talking about before, it being martial law and civil war in this country, because they're not going to let these people completely take over on their watch. They're ready to fight. So that's something to look for. As I said to you guys, stay the fucking house. Don't get involved in that shit. There's no winning. Exactly. That's not equality. You know what I'm saying? But that's, like I said, they crazy. That's their way of thinking. But they want shit to go back to the old ways. It's like, you know, you gotta understand, these people know what's going on. How could you not? If you consider yourself to be an intellectual or smart person and up on all this shit, you know, these people are up on it. It's a bunch of fucking white people that's up on this shit. They contact with each other through CB, through fucking ham radios and shit like that. That's a whole thing right there. They stay off of this shit. Like social media, they don't got that. They got their own shit. That's where I got the idea from Merkabah Academy. So I got the whole idea that get my own server. A lot of these ideas I got from these people because they have the right idea on that and separation. So then when it's time, you got control over what you're trying to put out and they can communicate. So a lot of these people, this is what they want. Like they want this shit to go back to the old ways and they believe that they can get it. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this. I believe a lot of these, and we'll see later on, it'll come out, but a lot of these people are in positions, high-ranking positions, and they doing this shit on purpose. Just like we seen with the KKK infiltrate a lot of high-level positions. These people are doing the same thing because they get it. They understand that they need to get into certain parts and have certain jobs to execute what they want to execute. And I think they're gonna give them hell. Seriously, I think like when the shit goes down, I think these militia groups they're going to give them hell because I don't think they understand how deep these groups are probably in against them or the positions they might occupy. They don't know. They white, so they allow them in. And they're smart enough now to send people out to climb the ranks and not have no attachment to them. Like, so who fucking knows? I think they're in for a hell of a fucking war when the shit goes down. Y'all just better keep y'all black asses in the house. Don't just make sure y'all got food and ammo. Transcendent wavelength, what's the deal? Don't worry about it. I came on like out of the blue, like, let me see. Yeah, DL. It's some of them that want that same thing. That's KKK. KKK. But even with the KKK, if you guys, I talked about this in the previous video. A lot of them are not on that re-enslaving black people shit. They understand that's not possible. They're just on some. They want to be on top and stay the fuck away from our white women. Excuse me. Because a lot of KKK groups, their ideology is we're breeding out culture. Understand? So, and that's a lot of people who believe that. They don't believe in race mixing because they don't want the culture to be bred out, and they fancy themselves as basically saving the feature, you know, and saving cultures. So it's like, we don't want black people to come in and take over the Chinese culture, and y'all breed y'all way in there. Now we got all these black Chinese, and then now it ain't Chinese food no more. You understand? It's not the Chinese knowledge no more. It's not the Chinese way. It's this black way. Understand? That's how they think. Whereas when we come into any place, like one, this shit came from us anyway. But one, when we come in anywhere, we always down with the cultures. We always keep what was there true. We add a little twist to it, but it's not something that's going to go across the whole board as, oh, you got to follow this black twist. No, the ancient always will always be there. for the ways that's still around. We're not changing that, you know, and we don't want to change that. Like, we want the same shit everybody else wants, to just fairness and to live and to, you know, take care of our family, everything like that. These motherfuckers are the ones who want to corrupt and change, and their ideology is completely off. They can't accept what we are and who we are. So they have this completely different ideology that the people who are following it are being deceived. Like, they don't even really understand like what that shit is about. And man, I've talked to so many former KKK members, former racists, and people who see my videos and was like, damn, like I completely changed their life because of the way I present things. Some people think I'm fucking black militia, Afrocentric, militant. I'm on some black power, kill all white people and blacks dominate the world and all that shit. We already dominate the world. Like, we dominate the world. We're the majority already. That's one. We're just not in a position of power. And our energy is what's controlling shit, plain and simple. Like, they're using us. They're using our energy. That's something that we understand, being conscious. Regular people don't. And they don't see it. You know, they just think, you know, they see who's on top that the media puts on top. But our influence and control is what's allowing them to be where they are. The fact that the whole Trump assassination happened and people just automatically went to 50 Cent, he coming out to 50 Cent songs and everybody's like, you know, merging this guy with hip hop and so much other, I mean, that tells you the influence. We have crazy influence. We don't have control. That's the problem. If we controlled our shit, then we would just easily outright control anything. And guess what? We control everything. And then guess what? White people will follow. Asians will follow. They're already following us. It's just how it is. You had so many people when the whole march happened, Black Lives Matter, after George Floyd got killed or whatever, it was the protests all over the country. Here in Vegas, it was nothing but white people. Those groups and the police followed them and let them march and do their thing. I think they destroyed downtown a little bit. Broke into CVS, a couple places. It wasn't as bad as other places, the looting. But it was like 2 or 3 stores. But for the most part, every group I saw was nothing but white people. White people, Mexicans. It's probably like one black person in those groups. But they get it. They understand. White people get what's going on. They understand what's going on. They understand a lot of shit. It's a guilt factor that's involved for some white people. And then just a whole feeling of I'm part of the ruling class, or I'm part of the team that's winning, however they want to accept the fact that white people are on top. So a lot of them just keep their mouth shut and put their head down because they know, or they feel like they can't change shit. Yeah, there's a lot of low-level racists out there, man. It just is. And Trump brought them out, which is why I'm really thankful for Trump for that shit. Because so many, they got themselves in trouble. A lot of white people got knocked the fuck out during that time because they thought it was cool now to just come out and, you know, I'm just going to take the racist side because our president is racist. And, but Trump ain't even racist. That's the crazy part. Like, you follow Trump his whole life, he surrounded himself with black people. Sugar Ray Leonard is one of his best friends. You got to remember this as well. I put this in a couple videos. Remember, you can Google it right now. Remember, if it wasn't for Donald Trump, black companies could not trade on the New York Stock Exchange. He not only got that passed so black businesses could trade, but he spent the money to build the headquarters for black people. And then remember, you had Jesse Jackson, who's a sellout, as we know, but Rosa Parks and other prominent black people back then when that happened stepped in and did a whole banquet and award ceremony for Donald Trump. This is back in the 80s, 90s or what have you, that he was doing all this shit. So he's already on record for that. Like, but it's the agenda, you know, it's what the powers that be want. He got to say controversial shit. He got to say black jobs, which was abso-fucking-lutely hilarious, that whole thing. People still talking about that. What the fuck is a black job? But all that shit has been out. But this is all about divide and conquer control. As I said, don't fall for that black-white shit. That's just so stupid. It's just dumb. Like, it is what it is, but of course we know we got to deal with racists. So don't get me wrong, say what you got to say. Have your knowledge and have it ready for these racist ass fucking white people who don't know real black history or think that, you know, we're something less than what we are. You know, genetically we're dominant. We're dominant in every fucking single way. So don't let that escape you. But to be arguing about black white at this point is just dumb. There's just no point right now. It's the stupidest shit ever. Like, it is what they're not going nowhere. Not now anyway. 200 years from now, you might not see one, but they're not going nowhere no time soon. And it is what it is. We got bigger fucking fish to fry than to be worried about that fucking complexion shit. But at the same time, if your argument is not doing nothing or going towards changing a policy that's going to benefit black people, there's no point in having an argument. You just arguing for no reason. Troy. Wow, why do people come in and say dumbass shit like I can't just block you? You look gay. How the fuck I look gay? What does a look gay look like? I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna leave you alone, Troy. I could just block you, but I'm gonna let you slide. Cause that's kind of funny. Yeah, my Instagram is the Real Merkabah. So you go at the Real Merkabah right on Instagram. Oh yeah, I was in Cali, man. Still in Cali. Cali is crazy right now. Locked in learning. Hey, what's the deal? Ryan, what's the deal? Yeah, like yeah, okay, it's a couple boo-boos that hop on this live sometimes. It's like, it's real easy to just remove people from here. Like, they made it simple. Oh man, I got to start. Like, I could go hard on a lot of these people. I got so many emails, even on Instagram, people would fucking leave crazy racist comments or just Christian comments that's nuts that I could just repost and have them fucking dealing with a bunch of bullshit. Excuse me. But I don't got time for that. Y'all don't got time to be arguing with these fucking boo-boos. A lot of these people are just crazy. They boo-boos, I call them. They're fucking morons. So I don't like arguing with people who just do stupid shit for the sake of doing something stupid. I'm all with arguing. If you want to argue a point that you have a valid point on as far as Christianity, I'm down. We can go back and forth with knowledge and information or what have you. A lot of Christians come on here that don't like me because I'm not Christian, because of all the information I put out. Muslims as well. Of course, Hebrews. They can't stand me. The black Hebrews. So yeah, I mean, I get a lot of shit, but for the most part, I just don't deal with it. I see the comments. Every now and then, like, I'll see the comments, and it's like, it is what it is. But a lot of you guys have really, and this is for the people that, you know, post the questions, a lot of you guys have really valid or really good arguments that I could clear up if they just ask the question or keep asking straightforward questions and not get into anything that's spiritual, you know, or holy or just unproven. So a guy just posted before, I forget what his name was, but remember the Al Yehuda tablets. I did a whole video on that to basically kill that noise. So, but it was a good question, a good thing to put forward, because if the Al Yehuda tablets are real, then that would give us Hebrew, well, it's written in fucking Arcadian cuneiform, but that would give us an account of the biblical Hebrews in real existence. So that would change everything. But as I put in the video, as I showed you guys, it's, you know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not real. Yeah, Fred Hampton, what's the deal? 5%ers was on the path a long time ago. And what 5%ers are just telling you the same shit I'm telling you as far as gods, or us being God. Peace, God. What's going on, God? What's up, God? Remember that time in the 90s, that was just going around. God, everything, what's up, God, God, God. them coming into that understanding that we are gods. And then everything you break down when you get into the deepest part of this information, which I've put out, is telling you that same thing. Jesus is telling you you're gods. The Bible is telling you you're gods. You know, everything like that. So that's what 5% is on. It's just you have a lot of them that kind of distort the message because they want to make it more about black and white and everything like that. Kind of sort of on some more shit. But it's not even about that. It just at its essence, at its core, all of it is going back to just black being God. You know, we talk about the black woman being God. And a lot of men get upset, a lot of black men get upset, oh, the black woman ain't shit, and the black woman ain't God. What about the black man? It's the same thing. Seeing a black woman is the same as saying the black. If you're a God and you have a kid, what is your kid? Your kid is a God. You know what I'm saying? Your mom had you. She had you, God. You're a God. It's the same shit. It's not saying black men ain't shit or not a God because you came from a woman or because we're seeing the black woman. It's the same thing. Same type of situation. A lot of people get confused or they play semantics. And it's not even no point in doing that. We are primordial beings, primordial carbon beings. We are carbon-based life forms, that's for sure. The primordial part is just giving you the understanding of, if you want to follow that whole thing with genetics and the animals and everything like that, but just trying to speak to us, our physical being from that primordial soup, which would be a bunch of animals. So we are made up, our makeup, and I talked about this, the human genome was sequenced, and our makeup is of a bunch of different animals. As you know, I pointed that out, and that's genetically proven. Old point, primordial peace. Yeah, exactly. The Ptolemies wrote the Torah. There's just no way around that shit. Ptolemies put all this shit together a long time ago. Yeah, good questions. Patricia Lewis, what's the deal? I appreciate you. SWAT D, that's a good point. So that's kind of sort of what I'm speaking to as far as white supremacy putting shit in order universally. And that, like I said, it's gonna be hard for people to accept and understand. And not white supremacy as far as like what we see as far, I'm talking about Jim Crow and all that shit, but we're talking about them being on top. Because as I said, once they came into power, what did they do? They gave us a different perception of reality, of existence. Plain and simple. They took over because we, like I said, we knew what's out there. We knew what's going on. We knew the truth, the real. If you know what's going on, if you know all the answers to the test, how can you take a test? You already know. If we give you the cheat sheet, you didn't learn nothing. If I gave you all the answers to the test, you didn't learn nothing. You got the answers and you know the answers, right? But you don't know how to break down these equations. You don't know how to you understand what I'm saying? You don't know how to break this stuff down. I can give you the answer to the math problem, but you can't break it down and formulate and get to the answer on your own because I gave you the answer. So in me giving you the answer, I cheated you. I cheated you out of learning. I cheated you out of growing because I gave you the answer. Perfect way to put this whole thing. Can't give it to you. So it has to be put in a certain type of way to where you can learn and get the experience in your own energy. So in doing things in this way, no matter, you know, whether it's harsh as fuck or not, it's the best way of giving it to you. Especially when you understand none of this shit is real anyway. And that's the part that's hard for us to grasp because this is all we know. This all has a past. It has a history. And it's prominent and people talk about it. It's a big fucking deal. But to them, it's bullshit because it's not real. So you got to look at it from that point of view, as it's not real. So this is about learning and growing your consciousness and your energy, and these experiences you need to have. I can't give you all the answers. I can lead you in that way and tell you certain things so you can get this in yourself. Because if I gave you the answer, you're not going to learn nothing. So this is what it's about. Go back, ancient times. Why would the fucking Egyptians put everything in mythological stories? Why would they write things this way? Why would the Greeks follow suit? Why would the Romans follow suit? You understand? Because they can't just give you the answers. It goes against universal law. We have to lead you there. We have to put everything in parables. That's what the Bible's about. That's what the Torah and Quran is, all in parables for a reason. Because giving you the answer, you're not going to learn. So if you can grasp that concept and how deep that is, then you'll have a lot better understanding of how things is. As far as them being in control, as I said, we knew what was out there. We couldn't do it at this point. So they were created and put here to do exactly what they did. Now, that's not for the fucking racist white people that's just benefiting off of racism. That's just racist. The ones who we talk about. You know what I'm saying? I said this to a white person before. I'm gonna give you an example. It happened right here in Vegas. Me and my friends, we was on the strip. It's a little bar there. We was sitting there, and it was right around all this police shooting time and all this shit was going on. It was these fucking cops and pickup trucks off duty, and they're riding up and down the strips in these fucking redneck ass pickup trucks, waving, the blue flag, the blue flag and the police flag and everything like that. And they screaming out the window or whatever, blue lives matter, blue lives, and all this crazy shit. They up and down the strip. We seen them like 5 times. So what happened was, you had a fucking group of Mexicans start screaming at them. They got into an argument. The one dude got out of his truck and he started fighting with the Mexican. The Mexican bull beat his ass. And then they came back around and it happened again. They was arguing with the dudes. So we stepped up to go see what was going on. And the one Mexican boy was screaming at the cop like nobody said blue lives don't matter. All this shit is for nothing. He's like, who said blue lives don't matter? Like, who is there a history of black people coming up killing cops? You know what I'm saying? He was basically trying to talk to the dude. And the dude was like just screaming blue lives matter, what have you, what like that. And what I said, I was like, how does blue lives matter when you got KKK cops out there killing people? So out of nowhere, this fucking white lady with her kids gave me the middle finger and said, fuck you, bitch. And I looked at her and I said, are you a fucking KKK cop? I said, if you're not a KKK cop or you're not racist, we're not talking about you. Nobody's talking about you. Like, we're talking about these fucking KKK cops. We talking about these fucking racist cops. We're not talking to every white cop. If you're not a racist white cop, you got nothing to worry about. We're not talking about you. We're talking about these racist people. So I said to her, I said, if you're not a fucking KKK cop, if you're not racist, then mind your fucking business. That's what I said to her in front of her kids. And she shut the fuck up and kept it moving. Because I fought for this country. I was in fucking Iraq. I did tours. There's no way I should fight for this country, come home to my home, and be scared to drive my fucking car because of some KKK cops. So until you know what that shit feels like, you shouldn't be talking shit. So we're only talking to them and speaking to the racist people, the KKK cops and the people that's racist. We just had a shitload of white people walk out there with signs that said Black Lives Matter. So that should tell you is not everybody. And common sense to tell you that. But it's a lot of guilt, and a lot of fucking white folks is just racist, and they letting their shit out. They don't want to look at history and understand that their race was wrong in the scheme of things, because they don't understand what it was all about. They don't understand what this shit is all about. A lot of people just don't, and it's hard for people who are conscious even to accept it, that this shit happened for a reason. It's part of a bigger plan, that you got to even still look at it being hard for the top block, top people, to do certain things when you got real racist KKK people that's in power. You got to control them. So if your goal is to get the black man back on top, to blend in with black people, get black people back on top, but you got to use racist KKK cops and other motherfuckers who are really truly at heart racist to do your bidding, you can't tell them the truth because they're not going to be with it. You understand? So this is like a really fine line that we walk in so many different instances, clear as fucking day. And you look at the controlling power, you look at who's controlling and who has influence. It's white, it's black, it's everybody. So you got to pay attention to that. It's just so deep when you get into it, and it's hard for people to grasp. And I tell people, like, don't dig into too much shit because it's going to affect your output. It's going to affect how you start to perceive what's happening. So you start sucking in all this Billy Carson and all these other people that's talking about what they think is going on. It's going to start to affect how you process what's actually going on. And you're going to start to drag from here and pull from here and pull from this person to deduce your own output of what's actually going on. And it's going to be completely fucked up and wrong. So as I said before, when people ask me, do I listen to him or do I watch her? I'm like, hell no, because I don't want nobody influencing me and me not being aware of it. So like I said, I peek here and there. I look at some of the shit people send me, but I don't let that into me. I always stay grounded on my research and everything that I've personally looked into. I've been to these countries. You name it, I've been there. I got the videos and pictures to prove it. I've been all over the world. I've been to a lot of these countries that people only talk about that have never been there. Never been to the pyramids, never been to fucking Israel, never been anywhere. And they're talking about what they pulled offline. They never did any real research or read certain books. And that's the difference right there. That's the difference. And if you're conscious and you're following research, you're going to be able to look at these people and just crack the fuck up and be like, oh, this is some bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, and make no mistakes, man. I would never come on here and tell you guys not to listen to anybody or not to watch certain people. And you know, me saying just be careful of what you pull into your energy is all I'm saying. And it's good to know what people talk to. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to miss nothing. So, you know, if you watch Billy Carson, and I'm not knocking you for watching Billy Carson, it's just like, you know, pay attention to what he's saying. Excuse me. But, you know, do so for research purposes. I talked about, you know, with my son, I told you guys, you know, his mom was Muslim. So I told him I want him to understand and learn everything about Islam. So when he sees my information, when I destroy it, he understands what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people. I be talking to people who be trying to debate me on Christianity, and these motherfuckers they haven't even read the Bible. They don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about in Genesis. When I start talking about Exodus and what happened, what's going on with Elijah and Elisha, they don't even know the stories. And it just like, then I check out. Cause it's like, motherfucker, you didn't even read the book. Like, how are you debating with me and you didn't even read the book? You don't even know what I'm talking about. So this happens a lot with a lot of different things. People are not into this shit. It's just people sad about whatever they sad about, and they in their feelings, and they don't want to see you win or succeed, you know, by any means. That's just in us as black people to hate on ourselves. We've been programmed to hate on each other. So when I get that hate from black people, I'm not shocked at all. And I get it a lot. Not even from freaking black Christians a lot of times. It's black Hebrews or just a black person who just disagrees with what I'm saying. A black person who just don't like my fucking face or voice or how I pronounce certain words. Like, it just is what it is. We hate each other for the smallest shit sometimes, and just a lot of times it's about shit we don't even fucking understand. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stay vigilant and deal with what we deal with, and just try to influence and help the people that get it. You know, the real conscious people that understand what we're trying to do. Yeah, DL was a rapist. Like I said, Jesus, you can Google it because they already admitted it. It's just you're not going to see it mainstream media. They have already. This is official. They have already admitted that the official image, the image of Jesus Christ, came from the image of Serapis. That was officially put out. You're just not going to see a week-long discussion on it. That's where they got the image. You can Google it and read about it. That's where it came from. Like I said, I showed you guys the relief in the Cairo Museum that I took the picture myself, posted it. It's on my YouTube channel, I mean on my Instagram, that picture. You'll see the relief of Serapis Christos. Nowhere around it. When we talk about Serapis, a lot of people think it's some fictional character that never existed. When we got statues and fucking documents and so much on this, and he never existed, it's just, Apis and Osiris mixed together to give us Serapis. They mixed it together. So the point to that is to show you that before Jesus, one, Serapis looked like Jesus, by the way. In the relief, he looks like Jesus. In the relief, he has the crown of thorns, and everything that's in his character, his image, is the same as Jesus. And this is hundreds of years, supposedly hundreds of years before Jesus, because Jesus never existed. But you got to look at that when you say, one, we can prove that there was an ancient thing going on where they wanted black people to worship them as gods. You understand? We see that with Serapis, and that's where the inception of all this shit begins. Serapis clearly didn't stick. The people knew what it was. They didn't accept it, and that's where the whole Judaism thing came up. And I read about all that shit, what happened. And in Saturn Satan Final, we got into the whole thing on how they basically just switched it. So it's so much they giving you, excuse me, with the story of the Hebrews, the Jews coming out of Egypt. When they're trying to tell you that those, because remember, the Hebrews supposed to be black. The black Hebrews are right on that. You're talking about black people. The biblical Hebrews never existed. It's all metaphorical. But they're talking about the black people coming out of Egypt who they indoctrinated. You got to look at Moses as being them. I'm going to basically teach these black people who I'm taking out of Egypt and indoctrinate them into the ways of Judaism. Because there is no Judaism in the Bible when they're coming out. All that stuff is being built and made and created. That's their story. So Judaism is their story coming out of Egypt. What are they trying to tell you? They're trying to tell you that it's parabolistic to them indoctrinating black people with that whole doctrine. And then when you have the Babylonian exile, it's their way of explaining how we spread and how the message spread, because they was, scattered or what have you. All that shit goes back to black people and what actually happened. The biblical story never happened. It's all metaphorical. If you was born before 1999, excuse me, before 2000, you ain't coming back here, so you ain't got to worry about it. Yeah, Leo, I got a whole, is in my intro. You see me in Mexico with the Mayan pyramids in my intro. I've been to Mexico many times. I love Mexico. I'm always there. Yeah, everything is Greco-Roman shit, man. It's not hard to figure that out. It's all Greco-Roman shit. It's all stuff that they deduced, that they came up with. And the paper trail leads back to them. There's no way around that. If you start studying Christianity or religion, period, it's going to go back to them. It's going back to the Romans. It's going back to Latin. It's going back to the Greeks. Go back to Greek language. Plain and simple. There's no way around that. If you smelt it, what do we say? Whoever smelt it dealt it, right? It's Rome. Rome is at the head of it all, man. They controlling the Jewish power. They controlling the Christian power. They control the Islamic power. They control America. It's all them. Yeah. So the link is in the it's going to be in the description of this video, but it's in the preview description that's on my channel. Make sure you guys go ahead and grab your spot for the live stream on Tuesday. There will be a live stream coming up tonight. Make sure you guys grab that and support that, because we need the support on that. Like I said, I'm not rich. I need the support. We appreciate it. And I'm trying to get my site to where it needs to be. Unfortunately, it costs money that I really don't have at the time until they release my shit. So it's one of the reasons why I do this, to get the support I need to get shit that I need for Merkabah Academy. One, because it costs a lot of money, and to hire people to help me with certain shit. Like it costs a lot. Like it just does. I need to get out of this fucking plug-in platform stage and get my own shit, and it's a lot with that. And at least we got the servers out the way. That was the biggest fucking ticket. Like for the servers that I got, like we're talking about like $500,000 in servers I got for way cheap. And that's from a fucking subscriber, James. Good looking. And then Ace Cloud, who will be joining me for the live stream on Tuesday. Ace Cloud gave the last bit of money for the servers, so we end up getting the servers. So we have it. We got the servers. We got everything ready and running. So once I finish the site completely and we put everything online, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be back with our own shit, and I don't gotta deal with none of this shit no more. But to get everything else we need, it takes money. It's why I put out Saturn Satan for sale, and the stock market, and all the shit that I sell on there is for that. It's going towards a cause that's going to benefit us, plain and simple, at the end of the fucking day, to help with the whole thing. I'm not stinking rich. IRS has my fucking money until they release it. I can't do all this shit on my own, so the support is needed, and I appreciate it. You know, whatever you guys think that we should bring to this platform. I have a lot of people who email suggestions. Let us know, because you guys can see a lot of stuff that's on Merkabah Academy. A lot of the ideas I got from you guys. The whole gaming section was something I was gonna put on there anyway, but I got that suggested from a few people that was like, yo, you should put retro gaming on there. And I got more games coming to the site as well. But a lot of people suggested that. And it's just something, as I talked about with the video game video on YouTube, it's something that calms the mind, man. Video games are soothing. It gets you there. Like, when you start getting into this information, man, especially when you're going back, that shit is heavy. Like, it's heavy on your fucking soul, yo. This, like, what they did to us and what they doing, the oppression, a lot of stuff that we went through, the sabotage is just so scary, the level of it. It fucking fucks with your energy. It makes you start feeling depressed after a while. You start reading this shit, and it's like, damn. I almost had a fucking nervous breakdown reading about Patrice Lumumba. Like, when I was studying all that with Patrice Lumumba and what they did to him, that shit made me the saddest I've probably ever been in a long time. Like, it was just so horrible what people he's trying to liberate and help. Like, what he's trying to do for African people and how they basically turned on them. They almost the same shit that happened to Gaddafi. Gaddafi should not have fallen. His people should have been so with him. How could you let Gaddafi fall, what he was trying to do? So it's just like, it's so fucked up because religion comes into play and it's people being ignorant. That's why knowledge is so important. Like, a lot of this shit is crazy and it's deep and it's heavy. Video games gives you that escape, which is why, I put that on there. And my email is therealmerkabah@gmail.com or Merkabah-team at Merkabah-team at merkabahacademy.com. Yeah. Yeah, definitely therapeutic. Okay, yeah, so I gotta go. All right, yeah, guys, so make sure you guys go ahead. Link is in the description. You'll see the preview video, or this video is on my channel. So go on my channel, look at the preview videos for this live, and you'll see the link in the description. I'll post the link in the comment section and in the description, so you guys can go ahead and grab your spots for Tuesday. So make sure you guys support that and grab your spots. And I'll be back in a few hours for this next live, but I got to go right now. Thanks to everybody who came here. I'll see you guys at 7:30 tonight. Make sure you guys grab your spots. Peace.